Live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy. There we are. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy over there, Sam Flannel here in the house for D-Mac. He's got personal appearances and all that stuff going on this week. We have KG in the sound booth. KG, yes, what's really good?
Hey, what's really good is it's my birthday, man. 32.
Really?
Yeah, the big 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you give me this look right now?
What?
I'm sensing tone already. You can't just be happy for the man. Like, damn.
I was going to give you a Kanye line, but never mind now. You wrecked it.
Excuse me.
KG, I think you were projecting a little bit.
Yeah.
And trust me, there is tone with Neil Rule more often than not. That time wasn't one of them.
Okay.
I was just going to say, you know.
Yeah, well, the long pause threw me off, so I apologize.
Meet me at the West End, get your best friend. Like, I was going to drop the Kanye on there, and you messed it all up, so that's on you.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
Jesus in the booth, in the place of Spenny. How we feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. Second time in the TD booth. I'm excited, and I've been shot at a cannon this morning. I got so much energy. I'm ready to go.
And I wonder why. We'll get into that in a second. All right. Flannel, what's going on with you, man?
You know, it's always a good day on BDE, and finally, tonight, the NBA Finals starts.
Yes.
It's been a long wait. Both of the series were very, very quick, and I cannot wait to get into it. It's going to be a hell of a finals matchup, and there's nothing quite like the NBA Finals. There's nothing quite like a player getting that Finals MVP. And in the case of all the players playing in this one, somebody is going to get there first. Somebody is going to leap their way into immortality, and that's the great thing about playoff sports.
No, absolutely. And today, the anniversary of D-Day. As well, by the way, that's when the U.S. rolled up.
Yep.
And so what's really good.
Exactly. That's why my day is so important.
No, 100%.
American history.
It is a great day in American history. That was we stepped on the scene and said, all right, we're running the triple option, and you're not going to stop it.
Damn right.
And that's what they did. The largest seaborne invasion in the history of the world.
It's humbling, man.
Yeah.
It's humbling to even think about.
They should have never started it.
That's
that
facts.
Pearl Harbor shit, unnecessary.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that's what it was. No, but a shout again to all the veterans, and you know what we are on this show. Like, you know, it's a very, very veteran friendly show. So shout out to everybody
USA.
Yeah, America, love it or leave it. But shout out to everybody. Jay Washington, go Army. I think everybody was rooting for Army, Navy, everybody that day. People liked service academies that day, didn't they, Flannel?
They sure
you
did.
think they would have watched the football games on TV?
I mean, yeah. I mean, back in the day, Army and Navy, I mean, Roger Staubach went there. You don't see that nowadays, but, shout out to the military, especially a day like D-Day. Like I said, it's humbling to even think about. It's humbling to think about what, like, I consider hardships, which are actually first world problems versus what they had to go through. I know you think about that too from time to time.
No,
Neil.
100%. Anakin Skygore. And jump into the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. Anakin Skygore said, my great-grandfather was part of the garrison that stormed Utah Beach, and he had the idea to climb the bunkers and use them as a sniper point to stop reinforcements. Yeah, and that's why I talk about that stuff. Like, you know, their job was to stay alive for the day.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we woke up. Okay. Let's stay alive today and get to tomorrow. And people forget about that. Just remember that too. Like when Starbucks puts, oat milk instead of soy in your coffee there. Just remember that. It's not your job to stay alive today. All right? So just take it down a few notches.
Well said.
That's what it is. But yeah, so just wanted to bring that up there as well. As you said, the NBA Finals. Guys, can we get into it a little bit later on today? I'm not saying like a whole. Can we just take a segment, please?
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to
the people that don't watch the NBA.
Yeah, despite the fact that they have these massive media rights deals. I know none of you watch it, so I come to you hat in hand. Sir, can we please talk about the NBA Finals today?
Please, sir.
because there is some, I think, I will have a pretty polarizing take on it, I'm sure. But yeah, so we'll definitely get into that. I need to pull this up as well. The Tigers last night.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
Not at all.
We'll revisit that. I think we'll kick that off in the first segment that we get to. Spenny is out, as we said. And
Shout out, Spen.
Bachelor party in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work out well
of course.
for everybody involved.
Of
I'm
course.
sure it will go fantastically. But Jesus, how are we feeling in the booth? Now, you said you're shot out of a cannon today. And I don't know if that's because you had the techno bumping here in the studio when I got in this morning.
Yeah.
And Flannel and KG, the Flannel was here, KG, you weren't. We got in a discussion. One of the things about me is I like poppy techno. Sure. I don't like go to the Russell Industrial Complex in a dark room.
Yeah.
And someone ODs in the room and we all just walk away techno.
Just walk over. Like, nobody cares.
I don't like that techno. I like techno on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what Swedish House Mafia would be one, right?
Yeah. You're low-key giving EDM a bad rap, though.
Avicii. We're going to get there. Hold on, though. Because one of the biggest techno fests in the world is here over Memorial Day weekend. Yep. Techno Fest in Detroit.
Yeah.
That's big facts.
That's big fact.
Big facts.
We're considered like one of the godfathers of the techno movement, right?
Yeah,
is that fair?
Yeah.
That's fair.
We're
okay.
100%.
All right. I don't want anybody to get upset. Understand, I respect it. I enjoy it. But there is a fine line. And Jesus this morning in the studio had that, we've lost 3 people tonight on OD, but the party goes on, techno going, and I'm not there with that.
I don't even listen to techno. I listen to bass and dubstep.
Oh, we got a big man over here.
Okay. Am I okay? Like, am I okay? Am I a techno fan, a EDM fan, if I like the hits? Is that crazy or no?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Because
crazy.
the techno people are hockey people. They're elitist.
Oh, absolutely.
And they will stop liking something because I like it.
Pretty much.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd consider myself more towards you, Neil. I like some of the heavier stuff when it comes to certain songs, but Jesus, you did whole ass car rides to up north, just like blaring that EDM techno or whatever. And to me, here's my issue with it, because I respect it, I really do. Trust me, I do too. I had a couple of those kind of songs at my wedding reception. Shout out, but every single song to me, there's a high-ish floor, but no ceiling. It all just kind of turns into noise after a while. You might get a song that you're like, okay, this beat is pretty nice, but then it just turns into just like droning noise, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's not to me as compelling as, I don't know, stuff that sounds like music.
That's what I don't get. I don't get the 2 hours and 28 minutes of
You're right, the same beat.
See, that's why I don't like house music, though, because when you go to a house show, it's the same beat at the same level of BPMs. That's why I like bass and dubstep music, because they take you on a bunch
I don't know what
different
you're saying right now, Jesus.
beats per minute, BPM. It's the same throughout the house, so it's a constant. It's never changing. But with dubstep and bass, they take it in a bunch of different BPMs, bunch of different styles of music, and they go like from house to techno to bass to dubstep, and they weave. And that's what the best DJs can do. They take you all over the place in every genre, and then you just have a great time.
Okay, that's enough. Nobody and jump into the Woodward Sports chat. Wow, this is getting a lot of play right now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by this. Nobody says EDM, Javi Baez, and the Packers. They all suck. Okay, fair. DNC ENT. Neil isn't giving EDM anything. EDM gives that to itself. And DNC ENT. Thank you. That was my point. I would contend that techno EDM house people, and this was probably something better for movement. Pete, I think it was Pete in the chat that said it's called movement now. Okay,
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
That's all good.
I guess that's kind of my problem with it. That they will stop liking something solely because other people like it.
Well, when they'll consider you a casual or uncultured or whatever.
I consider myself a cat. Like, is that supposed to be like an insult or something like that?
In today's culture, it is.
It is.
That's what I am.
But when there's a genre that I think, Jesus, you would even admit is kind of niche in some ways, there's going to be factions that break out, that do things a little bit more poppy, that get on the radio, that are a little bit more listener friendly to the average person. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I mean, I myself am a big fan of metalcore type music, and some of it is really heavy, and none of you in this room would like it. But some of it has kind of crossed over into the radio, like some Bad Omen songs, or some Bring Me the Horizon songs, or A Day to Remember. Some of you in the chat will know what I'm talking about. It's kind of the same thing with this. There's going to be people who don't want to put up with like the hardcore factions of it, but are like, if there's a good chorus, if there's a good beat, you'll rock out to it because good music is good music.
Good music's good music, man. I don't need the Molly. I don't need whatever designer drugs the suburbanites are on these days.
The shrooms, the acid, you good on
I'm good on it.
Okay.
I'm not Aaron Rodgers. I'm not at the Russell Industrial Complex. I'm not there. I'm not in the dark room. I'm not sweating all of it. Okay? Do you? Again, guys. Like I'm not lording over everyone. I'm giving you my opinion. They pay me to give you my opinion from 11 to 1.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Neil, you dogging your chat? That sounds about right. Who did I dog?
He's dogging me. I don't know who else is getting any slander other than me, and I personally don't give a shit because I work with Neil on a daily basis.
Right.
He gives me shit every single day, and I love EDM. It's no big deal to me.
100%.
So maybe everyone should stop getting butthurt when he's focused on me.
Actually, Jesus, just so we put this out there, I appreciate that you have a thing, that you're passionate about it, that you go to festivals, that you go to concerts, because everybody needs something like that.
That he
in
does
their lives.
Molly.
Yeah. Well,
hey, don't be putting those allegations on me. Come on.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny. He's a very upstanding individual, but yeah, I appreciate that you have the passion about that because, and for the record, I'm not all the way where Neil is at. Some of the hardcore stuff I find perfectly fine. And hey, if you ever want me to tag along one time, I'll do it.
Hey, flannel. Oh, don't even put that out there because it's gonna happen. We're gonna go this summer. I'm gonna take you. We're having a great time
at an electric concert. Oh man,
that's content right there.
Yeah.
The problem is, when it gets to be at about 11 o'clock or midnight, I might be ready to go to sleep because
Justin gonna be still going.
That's when the Molly kicks in and the sweat starts flowing.
There will be no. I am too much of a scaredy cat to try Molly. I'll be honest, and maybe that's a good thing, but you can't convince me to do that.
Brandon's cats and this is a very, very good point. Brandon's cats. Neil, can we start a GoFundMe for Spenny's bail? We got to be proactive. And you know what, Brandon's cats? I like that idea. When something's inevitable, be ready for it. Don't just stand around in the moment and go, wow, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? Every single experience that I've ever had drinking around Spenny, he's just very, very friendly. Like, he's a friendly guy in general, but that goes up a couple of notches when he's drunk. But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
A guy that size, if he was an angry drunk, would be kind of scary.
It would.
But that is not Spenmo Rex. He's a shout out Spenny. I hope you're having fun in Chicago.
He always dances when the drinks get
always
flowing,
dances.
That guy 62, yep. Sam at an EDM festival is a must see in all caps.
That's
big
facts, actually.
Can I say something about one of these comments? Judas always sounds like someone who was taught to deal with bullies by his mom. Fight back, Judas. Why would I fight back when I know I'm not going to go anywhere? It's arguing with a brick wall over here. There's 100%. No chance Neil's going to like what I like. I know that, and I'm not going to waste my energy dealing with that.
Okay, what about this? Adiz 411. Does Pine Knob have an EDM concert?
No, they do not.
Why?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's not doesn't meet the production that they like. I mean, they probably do.
It's a small.
I don't necessarily. It's a little small.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know because they did the Millennium Show in the literal middle of Detroit at Campus Martius, which was a new one for me, and that was really cool. And I mean, I could see it at Pine Knob. I think that'd be a cool venue to see an EDM show, but who knows? Probably because it's all seated in front of the stage. They like to have an open area, not necessarily
Mosh Pit Central. You know
yes.
it.
What is with you people in that, by the way?
Oh, I hate it.
Why do you need to run around and run into each other?
I hate mosh pitting. I don't do it. I genuinely think it's...
Is it because the E's flowing through your veins like so deep?
No, it's not. I don't want to get body like these dudes are huge and they're literally throwing each other, and I'm pretty small, and I'm not trying to get absolutely smoked by some 6'2" dude who's tripping balls who just wants to run some random dudes over. Like, that's stupid to me.
Dabber313, you're wrong with this one. Neil's struggling to connect with his 22-year-old coworker's music taste. Color me shocked. I just say, like, I'm in the family. You know what I'm saying?
You just like the oldies. That's all.
I just like the pop stuff.
Yeah, no, that's all good. We were connecting before the show. Don't get it twisted.
You figured out my genre 1/3 of a way through the first song.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna give me some recs.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get with my girl. My girl's more of a house head, and that's where she lives. So I'm gonna talk to her about it, and hopefully give you some good songs that you can listen to, get you a little more connected. But don't worry, me and Neil on the same wavelength here.
I think Sam likes the mosh pit though.
I do. I am a fan of the mosh pit.
It makes much sense. Don't it just connect? Like,
he gets that look on his face, and you put your hands on your head like you do. Like,
that explains the episodes he has.
It does.
The raging.
He rages back. All right, we're late for the break. Ryan, Neil is a man of the people. That's what I'm saying, Ryan.
Yeah.
I am a man of the people. All right, we got to get the Tiger stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
And I encountered some things on social media yesterday that I want to address that are Tigers related.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
The ongoing struggle continues, KG.
I know it, dude.
It continues.
I almost wanted to ask if you felt better yesterday that they got their ass whooped, because you seem to be mad when they win. So
we'll discuss. Tell them about Guardian Alarm.
We will discuss. And yeah, Guardian Alarm. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who've been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Damn, do I love Soroki's. That first taste, those biscuits, Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Detroit, doubling the number of restaurants this year, known for quality, hand-battered chicken, and New York-style pizza. Be sure to stop in and try the mega station near you, or go to www.sorokis.com.
All right, we are off and running. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC, KG in the house. Juice in Spenmorax's role right now on the ones and twos. So, you know, we're getting through it.
Yeah.
And
the countdown is important, Juice. Just remember that.
Yeah, I know about that. I didn't realize I was doing the Soroki's read until after it was too late. So I'll get better. I promise.
I know you will. All right. Tigers lost yesterday, and KG asked a question of me. And he said, were you happy that they lost? I'm never happy that they lose. Yeah. All right? You sound like the people on social media yesterday.
Well, yeah, I mean it in a sarcastic way, of course.
No, I know.
Does it, I mean, you seem to be mad when
it was easier to watch. I will give you that. So Maeda goes out after 2 pitches.
That was crazy.
Did they end up putting Flaherty on the DL?
Don't know yet.
I don't believe
so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything either on that. Real quick, let's just take care of Javi watch, shall we?
Yeah.
Javi yesterday, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Cool.
He's back.
He is back, I was told.
Spinny voice.
Javi is now 1 for his last, let me see. He is 1 for his last 21.
Jeez.
And that's okay. And we'll keep trotting him out there. We'll keep trotting him out there.
You know,
See, and I feel it. I feel it happening.
Yep, I can.
Right now.
I do too.
Right now, I feel it happening. And like people took the clip on social media yesterday and blew it like way out of context because it was just like a clip in time. And again, my problem with it, he's 1 for 21.
Yeah.
He is hitting 184. And I feel as though every time I do this Javi watch, which we do pretty much every day, I'm always telling you that he's 1 for 21 because he's hitting 184.
Yep.
So where it sits for me is, and no one cares.
That's little Chris.
No, thank you for bringing me back down. Okay, I'll move on from that because we've done that. It's played out. But Flannel, Kenta Maeda's out. I know they're 500. I know they are, but I can't get past this, Flannel, this feeling that I have.
You know, I'm not going to move on from Javi just yet because you're absolutely right. The fact that we as Tigers fans have kind of become apathetic to it, I don't think that's acceptable even from us. Let me give you a couple of stats. And when I give you these stats, please do not be near sharp objects. Reese Olson, and I'll get to Javi, trust me. Reese Olson, we all would agree is one of the highlights of this team. When Reese Olson goes out to pitch, you think most of the time you have the better starting pitcher than the opponent. He has a 2.48 ERA, phenomenal season. The Tigers are 2-9 when Reese Olson starts. 2-9. In 3 of those games, they've been shut out, and another one, they scored 1 run. I'm not done. Jack Flaherty, another one, is looking just like he did in 2019.
When he got Cy Young votes.
Absolutely. He has been everything that the Tigers could have asked for and more. The Tigers are 6-6 in Jack Flaherty starts. So in combined Reese Olson and Jack Flaherty starts, the Tigers are 8-15. Why that relates to Javi? Here's why this relates to Javi. Because every single fucking day, Javi Baez is in the lineup going 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. Oh, maybe he goes 1 for 4 one time. No walks. His on-base percentage is .212. His OPS is .463. This is the worst player in MLB baseball by a mile. By a mile. And he has been, at least last year, going into this year. And then his first year with the Tigers wasn't really any good either. How can you look Reese Olson and Jack Flaherty in the eye and tell him that we're going to keep trotting Javi Baez out there? He is harmful. He's costing you games. At least with Spencer Torkelson, who was awful in his own right, he got sent down. At least with Parker Meadows, he got sent down. Colt Keith, he's heating up a little bit. Jake Rogers is heating up a little bit. But with Javi Baez, it's every single day he goes out there. They're not serious. This is not a serious organization. This shit wouldn't fly in St. Louis and Boston and New York. It just wouldn't. In Atlanta, hell, even the Chicago Cubs fans were ready to run his ass out of town. And in 2018, he was second in MVP voting. In 2016, he was part of a World Series core. But Tigers fans are just kind of, they choose to, when they're watching Javi Baez, to watch him get a hit and then sarcastically be like,
and then they think, yeah, hey, tweet, Javi's back.
He's back. And it's like, shame on us. When people say that the Tigers are or Detroit's a bad baseball town, that's the example. Every single time he goes at bat at Comerica Park, all of us should be saying, boo, you suck, get off the field. Seth, get off the field. Super bad reference right there, but get off the field. But no, it's just apathy. And for all of the outrage, you said it yesterday, towards Spencer Torkelson or Parker Meadows or Colt Keith or Jake Rogers, Javi Baez should be the most hated man in Detroit sports by a country mile. Now that, well, maybe Arn Tellem, but still, you know what I mean. He should be, in terms of players, the most hated player in Detroit sports by a country mile, but he's not. He's become fodder for joking, for like, El Mago's back, he was 1 for 5. Who cares? Oh, he's pretty good with runners in scoring possession. When your OPS starts with a 4, you suck. So yeah, I'm not going to let the Javi stuff go. It's really made me upset when I look at the totality of the season.
And you know what? Sorry to cut you off here. Ryan, he saves runs with his defense. He does not. He does not. He's below average. Stop with that. What is it with this guy? What, for real? No, you know what? We're done with the bullshit right now. What is it with this guy?
I don't know.
Why is it Spencer Torkelson's a bust, coming off a 30-plus home run season? He's a bust. He's never coming back. He's awful. Cut him. Get him out of here. Hey, Neil, Javi's back. He got a hit today. He's 1 for his last 21. And he's 1 for his last 21 every 21 at-bats.
Yes.
What is it? And I get this from Ryan. He saves runs with his defense. Stop with that. And I didn't want it to turn into this.
Yeah.
Because it's been this all year long. But Sam Flannel, you're 1,000% correct. You're not serious. And yesterday, the pushback I got when I said the Tigers won that series scoring 6 runs. Scoring 6 runs, they won that series. And people think that's the norm, like that's sustainable. Like the problem's with me because I find fault with that. I'm tired of that shit, man.
You know what's funny? Because in this series against the Rangers, it's kind of an interesting little microcosm. Because you watch Tarek Skubal pitch, you watch Jack Flaherty pitch. You're tantalized by it. We think to ourselves, man, if the Tigers could just get into the wild card in a 3-game series, I like our chances because of our starting pitching. However, your offensive heroes in the 2 wins were Jake Rogers in 1 game and Zach McKinstry in the other. Jake Rogers is still bad. Zach McKinstry is the most irrelevant player in all of the MLB.
And oh, by the way, Jake Rogers was your return from tearing down what the Tigers were in the mid-2010s, by the way. That's what you got for Upton and Verlander and everybody you traded. You got Jake Rogers, by the way.
Yes, and for the record, I'm not saying that Javi is the only problem, but Javi is the worst everyday player in Major League Baseball, and he has the 6th most at-bats on this team. He's out there every single day. I don't know how you can look Reese Olson in the eye. Reese Olson, who continues to have his dominant starts wasted. Jack Flaherty, who's had many dominant starts wasted.
Those numbers you brought to the table were, like, I knew it, but I didn't know the extent of it. But I mean, Flannel, bro.
Honestly, man, I said Jack Flaherty and Reese Olson, the Tigers are 8-15 in their 2 starts combined, and those 2 players' starts combined. They should at least be 15-8.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Flannel, like, that's it. And I got pushback yesterday. This is not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable to be 500 like this. It's not. It makes you wonder how it's going down. And you guys, you be positive, Neil. You want some. And then when I do give you the positivity, I get the pushback of, well, anybody could have done that. You know, it really gets me to think, like, how are they doing this? How with this offense can you possibly be 500 where the pitcher doesn't matter? Flannel, by those metrics, the pitcher does not matter.
Yeah.
So what is it? How are they staying afloat? How?
Sometimes they have these random offensive explosions. I'll give you this.
No, what's the one constant, though, through all this? Who's the one constant?
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say. Because it's right.
Go ahead.
And people might not like it, but I don't care because I'm giving you the reasons why I've come to that conclusion. What's yours? It's AJ Hinch. It's AJ Flannel. Please give it to me. Please. Please.
Here's the thing. Let me just say this about Hinch. He has been better more often than not. There have just been a couple of instances, like in that series against the Marlins, the one where it was 0-0 going into the 10th inning and they ended up losing, where Kerry Carpenter wasn't in the lineup. There were other instances like in that road trip.
So he's got to drill 100% of every decision he makes.
No, but I think he could have done a better job. And I'm not saying it's all his fault.
Oh, in that one game.
No,
okay.
I'm talking about of putting the best players out there every single day. You look at the last game again at Cleveland. You didn't have Matt Vierling or Mark Canha in the lineup, and they didn't pinch hit. I think he needs to do a better job of putting the best players on the lineup every day. I agree that it's probably coming from above with Javi Baez because AJ Hinch is too smart of a baseball man to let that happen. There's just a couple of instances where I'm like, ooh, why is Parker Meadows out there, but Wimseel Perez is not? Or like, oh, why is Kerry Carpenter pinch hitting for Matt Vierling and Javi and Torque are still taking all of their at-bats? I'm not saying he has to be perfect. I'm not saying he's been bad. I just don't think he's infallible. That's my only thing.
He's as close to infallible as there is on this roster outside of Tarek Skubal and Reese Olson and Flaherty. There's nobody that you'd rather have. I'll admit that right now. Okay, and that's my point.
Fair enough.
But he's the one that catches slander. It's wild to me.
He shouldn't catch near the top. He should be near the bottom of the totem pole of the problems on this team, because he is. I'll admit that.
Is this a 500 team? Is this a 500 roster?
I'll tell you what. With Kerry Carpenter out for an extended period of time, that's going to be rough. He was your best hitter. He had over a 900 OPS. Some of his big games coincided with some of the offensive explosions. Spencer Torkelson, you counted on him. He's in AAA. So for those reasons, I would probably say maybe right at 500, but nothing more. They're not a playoff team.
Real quick, I know we're late for the break. 40 Gumbo. El Mago needs to walk out to techno music. That will fix everything. Try it.
Why not?
Anything, literally.
Hey, you got a song that El Mago should start walking out to? We need to work on this. Get it to the Tigers people.
Not techno. He needs something that's going to get him actually going, something hard that's with a lot of bass. That's what I say. But
all right. Well, maybe he should get his haircut at Lady Jane's. Maybe he should start there.
100%. Awesome is where a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in and sit back and relax. And let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
So Mike 2 and Mike 3, I'm Couch 9.
Oh, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. That's right. You know that since there's 18 Feldman Automotive locations, there's one in your backyard. They have the best car buying experience in the land. There's a guy in this studio that has went through it. I am familiar with the service team at Feldman Automotive as well. They are top-notch also. The moral of the story is this. We know about Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We know about that out there in Novi. Whatever kind of car you want, Ford, Kia, whatever, go to feldmanauto.com, find your car, get your car, have it by lunch. That's the way that it works, everybody, at Feldman Automotive. Go to feldmanauto.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for this. This chat is wild to me right now. Wild. And I'm going to have a breakdown about it.
Damn. It got that bad, man. I'm trying to teach James the audio. It got that bad,
Well,
huh?
Get ready. Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. We got James, a.k.a. Power Neck, here in the building.
Holding it down.
Greatest nickname in the history of nicknames.
Hey, man.
Woodward Sports for sure.
Yeah.
KG's in the building. He's on the Maz chair right now. And, of course, we got Jesus, the intern, mixing and scratching. Detroit supremacy in the chat. Javi is literally an NLCS MVP, a Gold Glover, and a champion.
Don't fall for it, Neil. Don't fall for it.
What has he done for the Tigers?
Got progressively worse.
That was a long time ago, Detroit supremacy. And I know you're just trolling. I know it. I'm not going to take the bait, but that was a long, long, long time ago. And just for the record, let me just get this out there as well. There have been days, there have been moments, and you might have even saw it on Wake Up Woodward these last couple of days where I was a little bit more on the positive end. I'll give you this. I mean, what can you say about Tarek Skubal, Reese Olson, and Jack Flaherty for just their pitching ability other than, damn, it's really good. I was excited about the Mark Canha signing or trading for Mark Canha. I was proven right. I was excited about Riley Green. I was proven right. The bullpen looks like it's regaining to find its footing after having some shaky moments with a Shelby Miller coming back, Bo Brisky coming up, Tyler Holton looks a little bit sharper. That's all well and good. It's just last night, with this being a 500 team, I crunched some numbers like the ones I gave you earlier about the Tigers being 8-15 in Jack Flaherty and Reese Olson starts, and it changes things. It changes how you feel, especially when you have to watch Javi Baez be out there every single day.
And I didn't mean for it to turn into this. I really didn't mean for it to turn into this, because this is, we've talked about this for a while, but I can't understand the dynamic. And look, guys, I know that when you come to me on Twitter and stuff like that, it's funny. I like it. It makes me laugh. I thoroughly enjoy it. I do. And I know that everyone's, being sarcastic about it and stuff like that. I understand that. But there is a fact. They were on social media yesterday talking about negativity and, why are you negative? And there are Javi defenders out there.
Yeah.
You see them.
No, I have.
I see them. And I'll never understand that. And Chuck Brewer says, Sam, Baez should be hated more than the next 4 guys in Detroit combined. And that's, I can't understand that. Yeah. And look, are there a ton of Javi fans? No, there are not. But you know what? There are a ton of people that are indifferent to it. And damn it, guys, I'm sorry. I will never sit here. Again, I'll give you the resume. I put in way too much time on this baseball team.
Yeah.
Way too much time to just sit there and be indifferent to it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not. And I understand, and I'll exclude Harris. I'll exclude Scott Harris. I've been very clear about this. I exclude Scott Harris from this. I exclude A.J. Hinch from this. However, that being said, I cannot forgive, our indifference to the man. Look at Jameson Williams. People like you, Flannel, that were labeling him a bust and saying, get him out of here and trade him for a 5th-round pick. Jameson Williams got more flack in this town than Javi Baez did. And that's a fact.
That's fact.
And I'll never understand
that.
It is. And you see what this is doing to me right now. That is a fact. Make it make sense to me. Jared Goff gets more hate in this town than Javi Baez does.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
I can't. Because as I said before, there are a lot of things that I like about this team, and I still do. But Javi Baez being out there every single day and being
I get that. I get he has to be. But we don't have to like it.
What's I'm saying? Make it uncomfortable. Yeah. Go there and boo him. And I'll even practice what I preach. I promise you. I haven't been to a lot of Tigers game, but next game he's getting an earful from me because he should not be here. You have, as I said before, you have Reese Olson, you have Jack Flaherty, you have Tarek Skubal, you have a bullpen that at times has been good. You have players who actually have panned out. You've got a Wensiel Perez who's kind of been a bit of a revelation, although he's been struggling lately. But everything is kind of counteracted by the fact that Javi Baez, there's nothing anybody's going to do about him. He's just going to be out there every single day, going 0 for 4, striking out, not walking, being absolutely useless. But the one time that he does get a hit, people are going to, and I know it's joking, but the reality is it's not funny. It's not funny to go on social media and be like, El Mago's back. He was 1 for 4 with a single. It's not funny. There should be universal outrage. There was universal outrage about Javi Baez in Chicago, as I said at the end. And he was a MVP runner-up and a World Series champion. Javi Baez has done nothing in Detroit but be a scourge, an absolute scourge, and he's gotten worse. It was impossible for him to get worse as opposed to last year, but he's not just worse. He's like 150 OPS points worse. And last year he had an OPS that started with a 5. A 5! That's horrible. That's AAA. That's AA. That's DFA'd and never find a job again.
Javi Baez first year here. 17 home runs, he hit 238.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, 9 home runs, he hit 222.
Every year is worse.
This year, 1 home run, he's hitting 184.
Every year is worse.
And why does he get away with it? Why?
Because of the money.
No. Not to ownership. Not to the team. To us.
Yeah.
Why does he get away with it to us? And I'm asking the people right there. I am. Yeah. I'm asking all of you.
After 3 years, you have a right to be negative, I feel like. Because every year he's regressed.
Especially in this case. And again, I'll never understand how Jameson Williams gets more slander in this town than Javi Baez does. And I don't give a shit what you say to me. That is a fact.
Yeah, with J-Mo, it was factors out of his control. Well, one of them was anyway. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. It absolutely is. I agree.
It is a fact. Even as somebody who has been less than kind to J-Mo at times, it's 100%. Javi Baez, he doesn't get praise. He just gets oh, well, there's Javi just going out there again. Darn. That's kind of what it is. That's what
He's an elite tagger.
Well, that's...
And my problem, and you know what? That's not even my problem with it. My problem with it is in the chat when, well, he's a good defender. Except he's not. He's a negative defender. You're literally out there. You're better off with a cardboard cutout with a glove on its hand better.
And honestly, so what if he was?
Yeah.
You could play prime Ozzie Smith at shortstop and still not be in this lineup.
Yeah.
Because prime Ozzie Smith, he wasn't much of a hitter, but he was, giving you 260 with a 330 on base percentage. He was giving you those kind of numbers.
All right.
Go ahead.
Paul Thomas, Neil, it's because people in Detroit care more about the Lions in the NFL. They were putting 3 million people through the turnstiles less than a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
They care. We care. I care. Every day I devote time to this baseball team. Every day throughout the history of my life. Yes, do I love the Lions? Yeah. I mean, love all the Detroit teams. For better or worse, love them all. But this one I get involved with 162 times a year in some fashion.
Yeah. And it's tough because you have such a young core of players. To have a player like Javi on your roster bringing down the young talent, I hate to say it, but he's a black hole to the young talent on this team. You can't learn anything from this guy. What are you learning from Javi Baez? Nothing.
Detroit Dabber 313. Thank you, Neil. It's about time someone brought up the J-Mo contrast. I'll never get it. I'll never understand that. The guy who was the most dynamic player on the field in the NFC Championship gets more slander than Javi Baez does. Why? Yeah. I'm all ears, everybody.
You said Jared Goff, he gets a level of hate that's more than Javi. That's ridiculous.
I think Jared Goff is the more egregious example, personally, because I think it's okay to have some disappointments about J-Mo so far, but certainly there's hope with him. With Javi Baez, it feels like a prison sentence. It feels like a prison sentence at Rikers. And that's the thing. That's where I kind of am at it with it now, because this team being a 500 team, it's a nut punch. Go ahead, Neil.
Don't do it, Neil.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Law Office of Katz and Epstein, which always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Says, most people hate Javi. No, they don't, Law Office of Katz and Epstein. They're indifferent to him, and that's my problem with it. Not enough people have hate. But here we go. Timothy Herring. Detroit Tigers have good pitching and hitting and will win more than last year. Just keep improving. Stop the negative crap. No, Timothy. No, I will not. And no, they don't have, quote, good hitting.
Not even close.
Where did you pull that from? Where, when you were typing that up, did you go back and read that again and said, oh, no, I missed put good hitting, too. I forgot to put that in there. They have good hitting, too. No way you read that before you sent it. No way. Because where did you get that information from, Timothy?
You ain't watching the games.
Isn't me. This isn't a me problem. This isn't, oh, that's Neil. He's being negative. No, there's a Timothy problem here. You typed that. You flat out lied to everybody. But most importantly, you lied to yourself, Timothy. And that's the issue I have.
Damn.
You can be angry at me for, quote, being negative about a guy that's hitting 184 making $25 million. You can be angry with me. That's fine. I got broad shoulders. I can take that. But, Timothy, when you outright convince yourself to live a lie like you did in that text right there, I have a problem with that for humanity. Because I expect more, Timothy, and you should expect more from yourself. And if you're going to come on here, at least be honest with yourself. You want to throw the slings and arrows at me? Fine, I can take it. But damn it, Timothy, don't lie to you.
You sound like a parrot, bro.
Tell him about Premier Pet Supply before my head explodes. Somebody.
Jesus.
Yep.
Hurry, please.
Hey, you want to get your pet the best? Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices as all the convenience of the online and big box retailers. With one major difference, family and locally owned, operated for 30 plus years, over 60 brands of food and same day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of madness. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights,
isn't
live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward
This is
Sports.
unbelievable.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
This is
Put your
unbelievable.
head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Yeah, we had hot mic.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Because it's just easier.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, a PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
We're here for WoodwardSports.com. That's right, shop.woodwardsports.com. Breaking shop.woodwardsports.com news, everybody.
Yes.
The Boot 'em Kid shirt is live.
Boot 'em Kids.
It is
Boot 'em
live.
Kids.
Shop.woodwardsports.com. Repeat, the Boot 'em Kid shirts live. They are available. They are there. Go to the site, purchase them, wear them Sunday Night Football, because in Detroit we love nothing more than to cheer for Javi Baez and then boo the kids. That's what we love to do here.
Auto industry, booing children.
That's it. Booing children, auto industry. That's it. Techno Movement Festival. That's all we do here.
Yeah.
Movement Festival, boo the kids, and cheer for Javi. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Repeat, we got to get the graphical element. We need it up there.
We do.
Boo them kids.
Boo them kids.
Get to the store right now. Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Net. DMAC leaves for a day, and this happens. Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC. We got James, a.k.a. Power Neck, in the audio booth. KG is in the Maz chair. And, of course, we have Juices, the intern, mixing and scratching in the Spencer Raxter booth.
In the shirts, make sure you go to the search bar and put hashtag Boot'emKids. Stick did not end up putting it at the top of the website, but I will work on that to make sure it's at the top of the website and easy to find for y'all.
Results.
That's
what I like.
Juices. Yeah. Juices. Got to give you credit.
You
made it happen.
Give you credit. You stood on business and got results. And that's admirable. We just got to work on that designer drug problem.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. But hey, we can't do everything in one day. I'm just kidding, by the way, everybody. Mr. Juices, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
I mean, I think I'm kidding.
Let's hope.
All right. This is wild in the chat right now. Wild to me. Shad216, Killian got more hate than El Mago, and Killian actually improved his points per game every year with low turnover numbers. That's a great one, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you have the right to hate Killian and want to ship him out of town, and they did. But you can hide him better. You can put him on the bench. You can have him coming off and playing like 10 minutes a game. With Javi, I think the biggest problem is he's in there every day, every single day.
Killian's another one.
Yeah.
Way more slander than Javi.
100%. 100%. It's not even close.
DNC ENT, we don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's not healthy to be as worked up as you are for 3 more years. He ain't going nowhere. But DNC ENT, neither am I.
Yeah.
I can take all Javi can offer. I can do it 3 more years, whatever.
And to the indifferent crowd, because I know there are a contingent that are Javi supporters or defenders, but you also said the contingent that's indifferent. My question to you is, what are we necessarily supposed to do about the indifferent people? I mean, even if they show up to games and boo this man constantly, do you think that will be enough to spur them to make a move to get rid of him?
No.
So I don't think it's the biggest crime to be indifferent about it. I mean, because I don't think anything will get done.
But wouldn't you feel better?
I guess, yeah.
Is he submarining this team?
Absolutely.
And that's it. It's not even like the Javi thing personally. That's it.
Yeah.
We got like the first crumb that we've had in a decade.
Yeah.
And this man's destroying it.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. And that's what I can't fathom that doesn't bother more people. Especially too, like, we had this debate about the Red Wings, right?
Right.
Where, some people called it a collapse. People have judged Yzerman's tenure on a minute and a half of hockey, of regular season hockey. So you have people out there that have said it's a failure based on the fact that if a minute and a half of hockey was different, they would have gotten the playoffs, got clapped by the Rangers, then it would have been a success, which is, I can't understand that, but whatever, here we are. Everyone that got as worked up as they did about that, this is the same to me. This is the same.
Well, you wonder, and this is just me wondering out loud.
You got to look at this, Flannel. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Are they going to do it? No, because you can't continue to win 3-game series when you score 6 runs. You can't. That's not sustainable.
Yeah.
People are getting hurt now, which they do. I know it's not obtainable. But with that being said, I just want everybody to keep it 100 and be on the same plane about it. This is as egregious as the Red Wings.
Oh,
and I saw you guys flip out about it.
Well, it's more egregious than the Red Wings because
way more.
Despite everything that's happened with this team, and Neil, I have to give you credit. When you talk about the young players, I had more faith in them than some. I think KG had more faith in them than some. But you warned us. Someone's going to be bad. Someone's not going to work out. And in the case of Spencer Torkelson,
someone's going to get hurt.
And Parker Meadows, they were so bad they got sent to AAA. The one who was actually playing the best, and Kerry Carpenter, now has stress fractures in his back, and you never know. You don't know when he's going to come back.
Yeah.
Despite all of that, though, I wonder where this team would be at if they just had a shortstop who played every day and had an on-base percentage of like 300, who wasn't actively destroying this team and torpedoing them every single day. Javi's not the only problem, but he's the one that there seems to be no interest in doing anything about it. And for the record, Spencer Torkelson's been bad. Colt Keith has been better, but his numbers have been bad. Jake Rogers has been better, but his numbers have been bad.
Are bad, not have been.
Have been bad, 100%. They don't even compare to the numbers that Javi Baez is putting up. Jake Rogers at least has an OPS that starts with a 6.
Yeah.
Javi 4. Colt Keith has an OPS that starts with a 5, which is egregious, by the way. Javi Baez 4. Spencer Torkelson even. He had an OPS that was in, I think, the high 5s or low 6s when he got set down, one of them. Javi Baez has an OPS that starts with a 4. It's just, I just wonder where this team would be at if Javi just wasn't here. And I know it's not realistic, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Sam Flannel, that's it.
Yeah.
That's where I am with it. For real.
Yep.
And if you don't at least wonder that, then I can't help you.
Well, in the thing that I kind of posed earlier, because I hear this a lot, and I don't blame anybody because it makes sense on the surface. We talk about their starting pitching. We talk about Tarek Skubal, and he's different because the Tigers actually have a good record when he starts, and he's might win the AL Cy Young. But when it comes to Reese Olson and Jack Flaherty, we think when we watch the games because we see how well that they pitch. Hell, we see how well Jack Flaherty pitched in Game 2 at Texas. We think we have a great chance to win. The Tigers are going to win this game, but the numbers don't even bear it out. And they've pitched more than well enough. I'll give it again, 8 and 15 combined in Jack Flaherty and Reese Olson starts.
That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's a sin. That is a sin.
When you're pitching that well, it should be flipped. At worst, you should have a 15-8 record when those guys start. And hell, maybe if Javi wasn't here, maybe if they had somebody who was normal bad even at shortstop, a couple of those losses might turn into wins. You just never know. It's just, I know for a fact that Javi is torpedoing this team. I know for a fact that he's so bad that a rookie league team shouldn't even take him. But it's every single day. Javi at shortstop. Javi at shortstop. Oh, he got a hit. El Mago is back.
Neil Rule. El Mago's back. This chat right now, I'm going to attempt to, this is the biggest test that I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
Right now. This is the biggest. I'm going to attempt to wade through this.
All right.
And decipher who is trolling and who is being serious.
Good luck.
The troll crowd, crazy clown. Javi has intangibles that Neil doesn't know about because he never played baseball at a major league level. That's troll.
Trolling.
Yeah.
That's troll. Plus, he had the laughing emoji, too.
Right.
So I like that. Mike G, Neil, leave the Latino brothers alone. I love Mexican food. I don't understand that, but whatever. Now, this, I think, is real. Steve O'Baby, I'm sorry, but I'd rather have Javi as a Tiger than a guy like Jameson Williams, who, by the way, only had 1 touchdown in the NFC Championship.
2?
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. See,
you can't.
And you know what? You guys come in here and talk shit and talk bullshit, you will get called on it. He was the most dynamic player on the field in the game. Rushing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. He did it all, Steve O'Baby. So right there, you're disqualified. Your opinion is null and void.
Yeah.
The point is that he was factually incorrect. When you're factually incorrect, you lose.
Yeah, and he's just plain incorrect when he says, I'd rather have Javi than a guy like Jameson Williams. These are real people out
That's
here.
Lunacy, man. That's lunacy. And this is me. This is me. This
the captain of lunacy.
Thank you, KG, for that.
I got you.
Detroit Dabber 313. This is genuine too. You expected more from JMO than you did a former Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, 2-time All-Star and World Series
where's
champion.
all that at now? Y'all can keep bringing up the past. That was 10 years ago almost. Why do you keep going back to that?
Pedigree, man. It's pedigree. That's what it is.
Pedigree.
It's all about the pedigree. What have you done? People think that's what he could still be potentially. It's all about what it could be versus what is. People aren't living in reality. They're still living in.
And
what
we've
it
had
could be.
three years of proof now. Like this ain't like this is first year. We've had 3 years of proof of this now. It's crazy.
What it is that the Tigers fan base is as mediocre as the franchise at this point, where we're okay with Javi Baez doing this to us and literally stealing money like how Abdicator did from the Wings. It's absolutely ridiculous, and everyone should be absolutely outraged about it. There's no way we should be letting this happen. We should be booing him every single time until the front office does anything.
Well, and also, and I don't want to get into hot water, but I have to bring this up, and this drove me absolutely crazy. We have the best radio play-by-play man in Major League Baseball.
Shout out Benetti.
Shout out, yes.
Well, I was actually talking about Dickerson. But yes,
Dickerson too.
Hey, 100%.
Both.
But there was a certain play when I was in the car listening on the radio where them, I won't say them by names, but you know who they are, were just waxing poetic about the way that Javi Baez received a throw from the
They have to do that.
Yeah, Flannel, look, I work in that field, dude. All right, I work in that field.
They work for the Tigers. They can't. What you expect them to do?
You can just say nice play.
They're not here on Woodward.
You can say nice
They work
play.
for the team, man.
You don't have to fawn over them. Just say that was a nice play by Javi Baez.
They work in public relations.
I know. It made me upset.
No, trust me. I've heard a lot of Dan Dickerson calls this year that have been like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
And
in regards to him.
Shout out Dan Dickerson. Shout out Andy Dirks as well. No disrespect. They're great at what they do. I love listening to them. It's just that kind of.
And I know because I listen to them every day with this team.
Yeah,
I listen to them in some form or fashion every day. Detroit supremacy. Neil is cooking himself. Says that Hinch is doing a good job, but Hinch is the one that's not benching Javi.
There's a reason for that. And it may be speculation, but can't nobody tell me different, because why else? He benched him last year and then had to re-put him in the lineup. And then this year, nothing.
Right.
He's done nothing about it.
The bottom line is if your organization has a structure in which there's nothing that you can do with Javi Baez, who's a black hole, this is a unserious clown organization right now. And it's sad because with despite every one of the struggles with the young players who I mentioned before, if you just didn't have Javi and you had a shortstop who was just normal bad, give me an on-base percentage of 285 even, or 300.
Yeah.
You never know if you'd just be a little bit better, if you'd actually maybe be up top of the wild card race instead of whatever they are now, 3-4 games back.
When we come back, the June 1st, post-June 1st cap hits have all settled. So I want to go through that for the Caps Not Real crowd.
Yeah.
I want to have that discussion because I always enjoy it. There's a Lions angle to it as well that we'll have to address for the Cam Sutton people out there. We'll break that down a little bit. The college football playoff has released the dates and the times for the games. They are going to go up against the NFL.
They are. The plot thickens.
We're going to discuss. And I have a college sports question for the people. I do, for real. I want to get your guys' take, except for the people that are saying I'm wrong because I'm negative about Javi Baez, who's hitting 184. I don't care what you guys think. So don't get your thoughts, because anybody who tells me he's a plus defender, sorry, you're out. You are absolutely out. Planet Fitness, though, I'm all in on Planet Fitness. I was there this morning getting the run in. You guys know what it is with Planet Fitness, and they got a cool program going on. The High School Summer Pass. Yes, ages 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer long at Planet Fitness. You can go to planetfitness.com and join there, or you can walk into any one of the over 50 Metro Detroit locations and join there. Planet Fitness certainly doing their part for the youth here in the community. They're out of school now, but hey, they can still keep it going. They can still keep their exercise regimens and get out there and move, and Planet Fitness at the forefront of that. Go to planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1
Rolling out with your Premier Pet Supply, man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! To Spencer today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
All right, everybody, keeping it pushing. Hour number 2 of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC. We got James, a.k.a. Powerneck, the pride of Eastern Michigan, in the pride of Eastern Michigan football, by the way. Hey, man, you guys turned that around, brother. You did, for real.
Yeah.
Proud to be an Eagle, man. What can I say?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but, no, for real, though. You guys did. I don't know what, maybe you can give some of that to the basketball team. I don't know, but it's impressive, man. You guys went from where it was to going to bowls on the regular. Real talk, man. No BS, bro. Like, it's pretty impressive. And it's because of your power neck.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
No, I know. That's what I say.
He laid his neck on the line.
We got KG here in the house. What's really good?
What's really good? I'm coaching the youngsters. That's what's really good,
I know,
man.
Hey, we getting to spin the block today?
Oh, my God. I'm not going to lie. I totally forgot about it. Tomorrow, Book it.
Okay.
Book it.
We're on the verge of a new segment for Spin the Block, where KG brings us up to date with everything going on in the urban community.
Yeah.
What was the name of the segment?
Shout out to Mike G. I got it from him, but it's the Let Me Ask Your White Ass segment. And this is where we get to know each other a little bit. I ask questions about some of the weird shit that you guys do.
Like putting our children on leashes.
Yeah, exactly. Things of that nature. And then we get answers to these questions. So
we put leashes on our children, but put our pets in a stroller.
It makes no sense.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't.
I have no answer for
Even as a white person, you acknowledge
I have no answer for that. None whatsoever. Jesus and Spenmosi. All right, Jesus, we're an hour in. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm feeling comfortable. It always is a struggle the first 15 minutes getting into it, but after that, I feel pretty comfortable at this point.
It's like when you show up at the golf course and you haven't warmed up.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is. All right, in the chat, Dante151. Tigers are 6th worst in OPS, 9th worst in average, 8th in home runs, 18th in ribbies. The moral of the story, the Tigers are average.
And honestly, you know what's funny too? Because I know we talked about Javi, but this is the first time in a while that us Tigers fans have even gotten to experience a 500 season.
Yes.
And the reason I mention that is because it's almost more maddening than any other type. Because, for example, we saw the Tigers have that April where they finally didn't get off to a bad start to go ahead and piss it away in May. You saw Kerry Carpenter actually break out. Cutscene, injured. You've seen Jack Flaherty. Wow. Who would have knew? Like, some people thought that he could maybe regain form, but nobody thought he'd be this good. Cutscene, Kenta Maeda is terrible. It's just, there's so much weird and funky circumstances during a 500 baseball season. And honestly, I kind of have a bit of a toxic relationship with them. At this point, I almost want them to go on a run or go into a tailspin just so I know.
That's where Sam Flannel, of all people, just laid it out perfectly. Yeah. Either get in it or get out of it.
So y'all can't deal with them being middle of the pack.
No. Like, I can't live in this space. Like,
I
either
hear you.
Get in or get out.
I said the same thing this morning.
All right. Jesus asked in the poll right now, who would win the Oklahoma drill, Power Neck or Spenny? That's not close.
Yes.
Hey, I had a lot of Spennies earlier a couple
I don't know.
minutes ago.
Power Neck kind of strong, man.
I'm taking Power Neck, but I figured it was a chat.
Oh, wow. Way to crawl out on a limb.
Good job, Justin.
Spenny would beat almost everybody here, and he would knock me into oblivion. He could break me in half with his bare hands. However, James, you were a D1 college football player. Like, come on. Those type of athletes are built different.
You played in the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah.
Last year, right? Yeah. That's what you're in Boise. Fun fact. Nice. Yeah, fun fact. I was in Boise at the same time. We played them in basketball.
Okay. Yeah, this year was the 68 Ventures Bowl.
That's what it was. Okay, what was the swag bag like?
It was
kind of mid.
Okay.
Just say it was mid.
It was mid.
Okay.
It was mid. It was mid. You had a nice speaker in there though.
Step your game up, 68 Adventures Bowl.
Food was good though.
Okay, there you go, man.
And I know we have a short segment. And just another kind of funny thing. I was talking to Spenny a couple of days ago on the show, and you weren't here, Neil. And we were talking about Justin Henry Malloy, who hit a home run last night. First home run of his life.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. And I love that stuff.
Yeah.
When dudes get their first major league hit and it's a home run, that's awesome. And his parents were in there and all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff, dude.
And I do too. And you know what's funny though? I was talking to Spenny. I asked him on a show, are you more excited now that Justin Henry Malloy is called up? Because me personally, I've wanted him up for a long time because of his prodigious on-base percentage in the minors. He had a higher on-base percentage in the minors than even Riley Green. However, and this kind of goes with the ebbs and flows and nut punches of a 500 baseball team, he was like, I'd rather Torque just be good. That would make me more excited. Because to bring up Justin Henry Malloy, who did they send down? A guy who last season showed a lot of promise, had 30 home runs and 90 RBIs. It's just everything that, for all the positives, there always seems to be just like a nut punch on the other end. And if you want me to give you another one, Wensiel Perez has been a bit of a revelation. He has an OPS that starts with a 7. He's another guy that has never taken a major league at bat before this season. Nobody could have accounted for that. However, Colt Keith on the other end has an OPS that starts with a 5. It's just, there's so many things that are frustrating with this team, and I think that's why I have such a toxic relationship with them. I kind of need to, as best as I can, not hang on every single pitch. But it's like you, Neil, you almost can't help yourself, especially when you have to talk about it.
Y'all going to stroke out. We got a whole nother few months to go. Y'all going to stroke out.
All right, and we're done with it. And somebody in the chat said, you let it submarine you and black hole half the show. It did. And we're done with it. Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to nickel package it up. A lot of football, sports media stuff, all that kind of. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun show. And I won't be in on Monday.
Yeah.
So I will be able to relax. I have to go to South Florida again this weekend for work. So I'll be able to detach myself.
You going to the Marlins games? Let's not front.
I don't think they're at home I don't have time either.
Oh,
so
okay.
I won't.
No Cubans for you this weekend.
No Cubans for me this weekend. And by the way, because yesterday they squared up with Jose Urena.
Yeah.
Who I went to his last start in Miami, and D. Gordon's cousin, I think it's Scott Gordon, plays for the Marlins. He's 160 pounds. He hit a ball 415 feet off Jose Urena.
Damn.
He went 2 innings in that start. They murdered him. And we couldn't get a hit off him for 5 innings. Couldn't get a walk off him for 5 innings. Like that. And
don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. I am going to do this, though.
Again.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I am going to do this because I do want to get to the post-June 1st cuts things because the cap's not real contingent. But I'm going to take exception to this. Cat spot. That's a dumb take. It takes 6 wins to make a bowl game. Making bowl games is not a success. And cat spot, here's again where you lack nuance. Before Power Neck and Chris Creighton got there, 2-10, 2-10, 2-10, 1-11. Context, my friend. What Power Neck and Eastern Michigan did is a success.
Yeah.
They were a national embarrassment. A national embarrassment. And look, I'm an Oakland guy. I'm not an Eastern guy. But I know the type of work that Power Neck put into it to be there. And I know what the results were. They made it to bowl games. And yes, Cats, we're not talking about Alabama. We're talking about a team that had won like 5 games in 4 years or whatever the number was, man. Stop with the dumb shit. Because that's a stupid take. That's your thing, right? That's a dumb take by Catspot.
Yep. They almost cut the program.
What's that?
They almost cut the program.
That's what I'm
seriously.
saying.
Wow. Yeah.
Power Net got him in bowl games single-handedly.
I don't know about all that. No, definitely not.
I'm kidding with that. But he was part of it, man.
He put the team on his neck, man.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let me say something to Cats because I am up close and personal with that Western Michigan football team, and let me tell you.
Are you? Why are you a Michigan fan then?
All right, we're not going there today.
No, you're right. We are not. You did.
Hey, I've been a fan since birth. But I can speak on Western Michigan football. Western Michigan,
as long as it fits around Michigan, right?
They can't even throw the ball. They literally can't even complete a pass. It's that bad. So don't be disrespecting EMU because I believe EMU also beat Western this year. Is that correct, James?
RAC. They were a national embarrassment, kind of like Cats.
Year before we did.
All right. Well. WMU over EMU, but in football last year, I don't think so, even though they lost to him.
Shout out Corey Davis, Greg Jennings.
Steven Cyrus, shout out Hurons.
Hey.
It is a better name. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to put you on the spot like that. Hurons is a better name than Eagles.
And just the city y'all in. Like, EMU is cool, but Ypsilanti? Oh, no. I can't deal with Ypsi.
Why?
There's something in the water out there.
It's got a nice downtown.
Right, let's get out of here and then come back and talk NFL finances, shall we? Tell them about Swiss Insurance.
Absolutely. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. Call Market Swiss Insurance today at 313-530-1698. Go to their website at swissins.com.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness.
muted,
and
James?
dang, they got lots
No.
of equipment.
All right.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
You're right, man.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Yeah.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sam Flannel will be with you today and tomorrow in for DMEC. We got Power Neck in the sound booth. We got KG in the Maz chair. And we got Juices, the intern, on the ones and twos as well. And yeah, so I did want to get into this because I've been told the cap's not real. People want to know, Power Neck, do you think Jamison Williams could block you?
No.
Okay, there you go. See?
No, I mean, honestly, as a linebacker, it's disrespectful. If a receiver is supposed to be able to block you, you shouldn't be out there.
No, that's
pack
facts.
it in.
So, it's the same thing as a receiver, though. You're going to take it as a sign of disrespect if a linebacker's guarding you.
That's true.
That's interesting.
That is true. But all right. I wanted to get into this. June 1st came and went, so you had the post-June 1st cut designations, and that's where, we knew Russell Wilson was gonna get cut. We didn't know exactly what the story was going to be financially. But I'll kick the segment off, and I don't know if you guys talked about it. I wasn't here.
No, we didn't.
We didn't talk about the Cam Sutton dust settling?
Oh, no.
On that? Okay. So Detroit got left with a cap hit of $2.18 million this year. He will also carry a dead cap number of $6.5 million next year. So, it's not...
So like $8 million we on the hook for?
Yeah. But, I mean, next year, $6.5 million, it can be two defensive lineman role players.
Yeah.
True.
It can be a Kaminsky and somebody else.
True.
So it's not nothing, but it's not crippling at the same time. It's not crippling. Crippling is what happened to the Denver Broncos. And I've been waiting on this so I could officially get to it. Oh, Russ, Mr. Unlimited, the man who does lunges on the airplane flying to London in the aisle of the airplane.
Yep.
Power Neck, when you guys were flying out to Boise for the bowl game, was your starting quarterback doing lunges up and down the aisle of the airplane?
No.
Okay. I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah.
I want to go to the people, that were playing bowl games on national TV, that were flying places far away.
Team 3,
as
baby.
well. That's right. The Denver Broncos had the dust settle with their thing. The Broncos have a $53 million dead cap hit for this year.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
$53 million for the cap's not real.
That's tough.
And
not real.
a $34 million dead cap number next year.
All because they couldn't get Aaron Rodgers. How about that? Sheesh.
Now, I do have to give you the full numbers on this. There is a caveat to that. The Broncos will get a cap credit of $1.2 million after the 2024 season. The $1.2 million, obviously, the salary that the Pittsburgh Steelers signed him for, because that is the offset. We've talked about that, the term offset. When you get cut, if you get signed, whatever you get from the new team, the old team is not accountable for.
Yeah.
So it will only be a $32.8 million cap hit next year.
Oh, my God. That's horrible.
Which is roughly about 10% of the cap.
Oh.
That's what you get for getting in bed with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, getting in bed with Russell Wilson plus taking on his salary when you traded for him, obviously it was as bad of a trade as you could have possibly imagined. He was horrible his first year. His second year, he actually put up okay numbers, but towards the end of the year, they decided, go sit on the bench. We don't even want you there
Sean
anymore.
Payton couldn't deal with him.
And it's funny, though, too, because I'm looking at, and I know this wasn't going to get into a Russell Wilson playing conversation, but I look at the Pittsburgh Steelers for $1.2 million. I'm like, that might work. But
Absolutely.
But that's kind of the nature of the NFL. when it goes to playing bad and crippling your franchise due to your contract. It's different than maybe a resurrection project for basically no money in Pittsburgh.
But Flannel, think of it this way too. The cost of acquisition. They gave up first-round draft capital to get this dude.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
They did.
And they're paying $80 million that they just can't spend.
Yeah, and nobody...
That's the worst deal in the history of the NFL.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And it's even made more funny, or at least if you're Seattle or if you're people who hate Russ, even made more funny by the fact that Geno Smith, a lifetime journeyman, has actually kind of worked out in Seattle.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson going to Denver, a franchise that he was supposed to maybe resurrect, was just completely torpedoed.
Great question in the chat. Bigger robbery, Russell Wilson or Javi Baez?
I think it's got to be.
It's got to be Russell Wilson.
It's Russ because of the cap.
Whoa.
It's Russ because of the draft picks you gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to understand, though, Russell Wilson wasn't set up to succeed. Sean Payton literally made it clear he did not want him to be there. So, I mean, threatening to take away his guaranteed money. I don't think Russ was necessarily always put in a position to succeed. And this past season, he actually had a pretty good season. If you look at the numbers, they're similar to Mahomes' numbers. So, I mean, Javi Baez is the biggest deal.
But power neck. It cost them first-round, second-round draft picks and $80 million of dead money.
Yep.
You understand the type of, quote, successful season you would have to have in order to make that worth it? It doesn't exist.
I mean, they had a winning season. I'll say with Javi
The second
Baez,
year.
the second year. With Detroit, though, I mean...
With Javi, it's just money. And the Tigers have the ability to just have it be over anytime they want.
Yeah.
But they won't.
But then that's on the Tigers.
Yeah, ownership won't eat the money.
This is on Russell Wilson. The Javi thing's on the Tigers. Is that fair?
Chat disagrees with you.
Okay. All right. What's that?
Chat disagrees with you. It's got 57% for Javi Baez right now.
Well, I mean, we just took another scab off 8 minutes ago. Of course. And this is me who's going to have a stroke over Javi Baez.
Exactly.
But I'll bounce back. I'll rehab and everything. I'll get the chin back up.
Yeah.
Everything will be all right.
Hopefully Torque can do the same thing.
Here on Mark M, the offset is laughable. It is pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a slap in the face.
Congratulations, 1.2 million. Here, have that. It's not quite as bad, is it? Doesn't really matter, but it just shows too that Russell Wilson was objectively the best quarterback in Seattle Seahawks franchise history. And I think he's actually set up to do well in Pittsburgh. My point is that how much more damaging he is to Denver than anywhere else that he's going to go is just, that's what's so funny about it. That's what's so amazing about it. And James, for the record, I wasn't as low on Russell Wilson's season last year. He did put up good numbers. However,
he sank a franchise.
By the end of the year, he was on the bench.
Really, the Broncos sank the Broncos because they were chasing Aaron Rodgers. They hired Nathaniel Hackett, couldn't get Aaron Rodgers, and then they, as a last-ditch effort, did the Russ deal. And we see how that
And he
turned
did lunges on the airplane flying
Yep.
to London. Some other notable ones that are out there. And again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. It's just interesting to me for the Caps Not Real crowd. Remember the whole Odell Beckham thing with Baltimore?
Yeah.
Remember that whole deal that was going on? And because we have people here, fans of Woodward, host at Woodward, I won't name names. Remember they were like, well, maybe you want to kick the tires on Odell Beckham?
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember that? Flannel?
I do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not
No, you're not crazy.
I'm not talking crazy here. So Odell Beckham, who signed his 1-year deal with the Ravens, they built a dummy year into that deal, which was, coming up this year. So in order for them to void out his contract, Baltimore took on $2.76 million of dead cap for this year, and they'll have $8.3 million in dead cap next year.
Man.
For Odell Beckham, which you knew was never going to work.
No, and I always have a soft spot for Odell Beckham because he was one of my favorite players when he started out.
I'm surprised.
You think Dad's coming home from the store, don't you?
You hate J-Mo, but love Odell.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Hey, Odell at the time had maybe the greatest wide receiver start to a career ever.
Absolutely.
But with Odell, here's the thing. He had that short season with the Rams, and he was good for the Rams. He was really good in the playoffs, but he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, had a year off of football. And for the record, with the Ravens, it's not like he was terrible or anything. He was like an okay wide receiver, but he was paid way too much money, and he's not the future. Guys like Zay Flowers are. So it's not like he was franchise crippling or anything. It's just they didn't get it done. The Ravens didn't get it done, and now they're paying the price of the Odell Beckham deal.
Yeah, and I just, because I like to bring up these designer names that everybody talks about. Here's another good one, Michael Thomas with the Saints, right? People will go trade for Michael Thomas. Remember
Slant
that bit?
Demon.
That's a sad one, though.
Remember that bit?
Slant Demon.
His 8-year tenure in New Orleans came to an end on June 1st, technically. So New Orleans is saddled with a dead cap hit of $9 million for 2024 and $11 million for 2025.
Sheesh.
And you know what's funny about
he's still unsigned right now.
Michael Thomas and Odell Beckham, to me, they were two of the most surefire Hall of Fame guys with the way they started their career. Neither of them are going to make it.
Yep.
Neither of them will probably play a significant role in the NFL again. It's just, it's crazy.
And it's going to cost him $20 million of cap space.
At least Odell got a Super Bowl ring out the deal. I mean,
he did.
Jimmy Garoppolo with Vegas.
Oh, boy.
His suspension for PEDs became a late Christmas gift for the Raiders this past spring as an $11.25 million salary guarantee was voided. So now Vegas cuts him, so they'll take on dead cap hits of $4.25 million for this year and $13 million for next year. Garoppolo has since signed a 1-year, $3 million contract with the Rams.
How does he keep getting jobs?
No, I have a personal vendetta against Jimmy Garoppolo, but we don't have to get into that. I've made it very clear on the show. People who call him a winner, it just makes me want to explode.
And then lastly, before we go to the break, Shaq Barrett with Tampa Bay. For the Cap's Not Real folks out there. And you can do whatever you want and sign whoever you want. And there are no repercussions. The Buccaneers will take on dead cap hit of $9.25 million this year and $17.4 million in 2025.
At least with Shaq Barrett, he helped them get a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You got what you needed out of him. It's just
that's the collateral damage of it all.
Yeah, that's the collateral damage. But at least it's collateral damage that was worth it. But they're feeling it now, though.
No, they are. So, just a fun little topic. Cat spot. Beckham had multiple years he was a top 5 receiver.
Absolutely.
Don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
But none of those years have come within the last, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
In anywhere he's been. And everyone lines up to give him $15 million, $12 million contracts. And now you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
You get $9 million of dead cap in 2025. For all the Lions should take a look at Odell Beckham. No.
Yeah.
No, they really shouldn't. So, again, that's just a little thing. Crazy Clown. Neil is a Monday morning GM. No Crazy Clown. I do this Crazy Clown for all the Monday morning GMs out there that are just like, go sign this guy, go sign this guy. There's a cost.
Yep.
And that was the cost. So, just wanted to take that into account. Hey, Woodward Sports, the morning show. Tap in, everybody. Wake up. Woodward. You know the players and you know the games. They got Broder. They got Flannel Sam. They got Kool-Aid. They got KG, JB Smooth. Man, they're like a regular Ermanni and Edwards on that show with everybody they got popping on there.
Hey, don't be forgetting me either.
Jesus is on there. Gee, man, who's not? A shorter list to tell you who's not on there, as a matter of fact. But no, Wake Up Woodward. They're doing it well, 8 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday, right here on Detroit's #1 sports network. That is not up for debate. We are Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Any Lady Jane's haircuts for men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
What's up, everybody? Make sure you catch the Woodward Sports Injury Insider, Dr. Jeff Pierce. That's right, the medical director for the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. Every Tuesday, right here on Big D Energy. Every Thursday, He steps up to the big leagues with Ermanni and Edwards, and it's all brought to you by MRI of Southfield, featuring the most advanced imaging and maximum patient comfort for over 20 years. And guys, let's be real. I don't know if you've ever had an MRI. It is probably the least most comfortable thing of all time, but that's where MRI of Southfield steps in. Go to MRIofSouthfield.com. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC. We got Power Neck, the pride of Eastern Michigan, the man that turned the football program around. We have KG, intern Jesus as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread jump into there. Dante 151. Fun fact, that Odell Beckham one-handed catch against the Cowboys was a decade ago.
That's
Damn.
insane.
That's nuts, bro.
That's insane.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I do too. It's the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible, but he did it. And I was watching it live, and I pretty much, there's more to it because I loved how he started off his career. He hit the ground running, but that was really what I was basically like entranced by that.
Yeah.
And
everybody was.
Everyone.
Yeah.
It was
We
amazing.
had never seen that before.
No. He was getting PI'd at the same time too, and he was still just like, whoop.
Yeah.
Catspot, Neil's take is dumb. Beckham's issues was injuries. No, Catspot. I say the issues that Odell Beckham provides are those $9 million cap hits everywhere he leaves.
Yeah.
That's what I think his
Just
issues
off name
are.
alone.
Right. And people line up to sign him all the time. So that's it. Mike G, Sam hates Greektown too.
I do.
There's nobody nobody hates Greektown.
How can you hate Greektown?
I don't hate Greektown.
Free parking? Come on.
I don't hate Greektown. Where did that come from?
Good food.
Yeah.
Shout out Golden Fleece.
Shout out.
No doubt.
Pegasus?
Let me see. IT Hips. Jesus. Where was it here? Jesus, that was a decade ago.
It's unbelievable.
That is pretty unbelievable, man. Damn. Hey, I did want to talk about this too. For the college football folk out there. They have published the kick times and dates and everything for the college football playoff. And it's interesting to me because just when you look at it on paper, Flannel,
yeah,
all those games, 4 first-round games, 4 quarterfinal games, 2 semifinal games, and the championship, which will be January 20th. But the first-round games, the first one will be December 20th at 8 p.m. on ABC and ESPN. So right away, Flannel, you have that. You have a triple header on December 22nd, which is wild to me. One on noon on TNT for some reason.
Hey.
The 4 o'clock game on December 21st on TNT for some reason. And then December 21st at 8 o'clock, that'll be on ABC and ESPN as well. But Flannel, now that, because I think it becomes real now. Now that they have the date, it's on paper, it's there in front of you.
Yeah.
What's that tone right there?
No, nothing. You know what's funny about this? And this is why I think there's never really a perfect solution, at least when you do it for the first year. For the entirety of college football up until, I think, the late 90s, you basically had contracted bowl games. There wasn't even a national championship game. I mean, when Michigan won it in 97, they played the Rose Bowl. They played the Rose Bowl against Washington State. They didn't even play Tennessee. And then there was the BCS, where there was one national championship game where the computer system decided 2 teams that would play for the national championship.
Computer system.
Yes.
Crazy.
Hey, there were some cases that were very, very egregious. Shout out 2000 Miami Hurricanes. Should have been national champions. But I digress. And then for the last few years, there's been, not even the last few years, almost a decade now, damn, it's been a 4-team playoff. And then all of a sudden, you just, boom, 12. And it's going to look a little daunting. I'm not saying that all of these scheduling options were necessarily wise, especially going up against the NFL, but you're just going to be seeing a cornucopia of football games. Whether they're on the right day or not, I'm not necessarily sure, but I don't think it's necessarily wise if you want to go up against the NFL, because college football, as much as I love it, as much as I'm a junkie and I might choose it over the NFL.
I would too.
Most people are not. Most people are not. And even me, I think it's kind of matchup driven. If I see a college football playoff game that's not interesting or ends up being a blowout versus an NFL game that is, I might pick the NFL. I do kind of miss, though, when college football was kind of the only thing in town on nights, and that's not going to be the case with this 12-team playoff, at least in the beginning rounds.
And just to give you some cross comparison to it, the game on the 20th, I believe that's a Friday night game. The game on the 20th will be alone. So that first college football playoff game will be alone. But they have a triple header that will take place on December 21st, which is a Saturday, going up against the Bengals at the Steelers and Buffalo at Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. You got no shot.
Yeah.
Those sound like some potentially really, really good games with some of the brightest stars in the game. I mean, you got Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert, you got Joe Burrow, people who NFL fans want to see. And those games to me sound like ones that could be for playoff seeding or for a division or for divisional seeding or whatever. But yeah, that's tough. Those college football games are going to be dwarfed, no matter who it is, especially since it's not even the semifinals or the finals. Even if Alabama's in there, even if Georgia's in there, their ratings are going to get dwarfed because the NFL is and always was and always will be king.
I don't get the logic of it, and I don't know the answer at the same time. But again, I'm not overseeing $1 billion entity.
Yeah.
And I'm not compensated to. If they compensated me to do it, then maybe I would take a look at it. But just on surface, I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
But I do know the answer is not this. Again, the TV contracts are signed.
TV contracts expanding 3 times what it was. It's not going to be perfect in year one, and maybe they'll tweak some things. But hey, isn't it going up to 14 pretty soon? It's just it's amazing.
I think they're going to just go right to 16.
With all that expansion, it's going to create some log jams. It just is. And just for the record, because I hate getting my Michigan facts wrong, Chuck Brewer, you were absolutely right. It was Nebraska who shared the Natty in '97 with Michigan. I incorrectly said Tennessee. Shout out Chuck Brewer. You got me right.
Can we stop extending the playoff? Because if you really think of the landscape of college football, I know it's about the money, but you cannot tell me last year that there were 16 teams that deserve to make the playoff, because once you get to that top 8, they're on another level, and it's not even a competition, especially if you throw a group of 5 team in there. They're going to get ran first round most years.
Let's go to the one college football player that's in this room right now, Power Neck.
Shout out.
AKA James. I'm going Power Neck, AKA James.
All right.
That's how I'm doing it from now on instead of the inverse. I go the floor is yours, Power Neck. I mean, for real though. No, for real though. What's your take on this?
I mean, I think honestly they're trying to turn it into like the NCAA tournament in terms of having like a Cinderella story. And I think
but you're only getting one of those.
And that's the problem. I think there's a lot of group of 5 ball, because that's where the MAC is, where you see your Cincinnatis of the world, your
Liberty, James Madison.
Yep. I mean, I think those schools, the gap between those schools really isn't that big anymore. But the problem is with NIL and with, teams now starting collectives and things, you're going to see that gap get widened, because it's really just going to come down to who can fundraise the most money to go buy players. Because you're no longer recruiting players, you're really buying players and really buying wins. Hence kind of what, Michigan did to win, a natty. But, we don't got to talk about that.
But Power Neck, for real, as a guy that played.
Yeah.
What's your take on the state of college? Because obviously we have this massive shifting, and there's subsets of this, right? Like, I'm a big players guy. The coaches who make millions are free to go whenever they want. The athletic directors, some of whom make 7 figures, are free to go and leave and go somewhere else whenever they want. So I've always said, you guys, any student, and that was the NCAA's big sham for a long time. Like, they're students first. Okay, any student can just pick up and transfer anytime they want. They've always been able to do that. So with all that being said, what's your take on the state of college football right now, Power Neck? Even through this massive change and even into what you think it's going to turn into?
Honestly, when I first started, it was a whole different thing. So you had to sit out a year to transfer, and then it was, you didn't have, first of all, NIL wasn't a thing when I first started. But honestly, I kind of hate it, to be honest with you, because NIL, it's only really helping the top maybe 5% of guys on your roster. Not everyone is getting NIL money. I think that's what people fail to realize. Yeah. Do I think it's good that players get compensated? Absolutely. And
100%. You guys are the product.
Correct.
You guys are the product.
But the problem is it's a lot like the concept trickle-down economics. It's not trickling down. So,
But it never was going to.
But that was the lie that was told in order to get it passed. And that's the part that bothers me is a lot of 95% of kids are still in the same situation they were 3 years ago before NIL was a thing. And then you brought up the transfer portal. Well, I think it's great that you can, I'll say I was a benefit of it. I started my career at Valparaiso, small school in Indiana, shout out, transferred to Eastern Michigan. But it's like you're now competing with a lot more kids in the transfer portal for a host of reasons because kids can transfer almost any time now. So instead of, I think it gives more power back to the coaches actually because it makes it harder for guys that haven't started or haven't played much to really transfer to a new program because they don't really have a lot of film to show. So I really think it actually brings more power back to the coaches, unfortunately. I think it's an unfortunate consequence of these new rules, but it's frustrating because you see a lot more of boosters. You see a lot more of people outside of the football program getting involved with the football side of things, and that's never a good thing. So I think you're going to see a lot more corruption, unfortunately, because I think a lot of kids are going to get taken advantage of because they don't. There's a lack of money management and a financial literacy in terms of what are these contracts saying, what are these things saying. We saw with Marvin Harrison. Right, the whole Fanatics deal, and him not being able to have his jersey sold all because of a contract. And his dad was an NFL receiver. You would think if anybody would get out of it, it'd be him. He goes to Ohio State. Guys are supposed to read those sorts of things, but really shows it can happen to anybody. So I think you'll see a lot more corruption, Neil, to be honest with you, and that's kind of the sad part. And I wish it was trickling down to everybody, and it was actually setting guys up for success after they left college, because most guys don't know what to do with the money other than spend it. And that's not everybody, but I think it should be some sort of trust fund set up for after college.
And look, we're going to take the break because I want to spin this into, because I want to ask the people, where are you at with college football right now? For real, where are you at? Because I love it. Flannel loves it. Power Neck played it. We all love it. Jesus loves it.
Here we go.
He loves Western until it's time to like Michigan. Then
I like Michigan
when Michigan
more than
wins, he likes Michigan, but he goes to
Michigan
school at
more than
Western. But he says he likes Western, but he's like, no, I like Michigan more, but I went to school at Western. So, I can't quite decipher what it is. But we're not going to get into that, though. I want to know where you guys are at with college football as a whole. Tell them about Lady Jane.
Yes, awesome is where a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's where I get these fantastic haircuts, which you all marvel at or make fun of. Whatever it is your prerogative, my wife still likes it. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in and sit back and relax and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss.
KDK Law
Impress
in
your
10.
dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Neil Rule for KDK Law, dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family issues. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law, right here in Birmingham, will have your back. Over 10 years of experience with 24/7 availability. You can scan the QR code on the screen right now. Give them a call, 248-971-0476. And look, guys, it's a very, very sticky situation. Get the best to have your back, and the best is KDK. Say Woodward Sports sent you. KDK will pay your filing fee.
Wow.
KDK Law, they've got your back.
Don't let her do you wrong, man. It's tough out here.
KG.
It's hard out here.
I love when you drop in on that one, man. I absolutely do. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. Sam Flannel in for DMAC. We got Power Neck in the sound booth. KG is in the Maz chair. Jesus, the intern. Huge Western Michigan supporter, except when Michigan comes on, then it's time to watch Michigan. But went to Western Michigan. I can't keep it straight either. But here we are. No, but we're talking college football, and I want to know where you guys are at with it. And Power Neck broke it down from the player's perspective. Played in bowl games, played at Eastern Michigan. He broke it down. And Flannel, this is where, for me, there's always two sides of the coin. I talked about the two sides of the coin with the Caitlin Clark thing. All right, where people said, well, look at the contract she gets in the WNBA versus what they make in the NBA and all that kind of stuff. And then she signed her deal with Nike, huge money, almost $30 million, whatever that number came out to be. And I said, okay, she got it. She got the market rate. But when the shoes are $175, don't come crying to me.
Yeah.
Because that's how this works. They didn't do it for charity. They did it because they're going to turn that $28 million they're giving her into $30 million for themselves. That's the way business works. And on the flip side of what Power Neck was telling me, okay, and I'm with it, and kids should be able to transfer, and kids should be able to have sponsorship agreements and all that kind of stuff. And Power Neck talked about, the financial literacy part of it.
Yeah.
That's on you. You want all this. This is what you get with it. And there are going to be tales of woe. There absolutely are, because there always is. But you want the business. You can't pick and choose free market. It's either free market or it's not.
Yeah, and and this is where I kind of compare players to coaches. Because when you're like 19, 20, 21 years old, hell, even 18, you want that instant gratification. Your brain isn't fully developed. And I think that leads some players to make poor decisions that torpedo their career. Like if they don't start year one, and I'm not saying everybody does this, but you see it all the time. If you don't start year one, you want to go somewhere else. I mean, one of the best examples is that Jalen Rashada kid who was at Arizona State and Georgia. He's been everywhere. And he hasn't really found a home even yet. And now I think he's suing at this point. But on the other end, I will say this. My team, Michigan, and this is just something that I just cannot deny, benefited heavily from the transfer portal.
Yeah.
They don't win the national championship without those transfers, without a guy like Josh Wallace, without a guy like Josiah Stewart, without a guy like James Turner, without a guy like A.J. Barner, without a guy like Drake Nugent or Ladarius Henderson. That's kind of the thing. The fact that Michigan was able to benefit from it and win a national championship with it, that's what me as a fan probably cares about the most. As a person, I just fear that for as many people as it's benefiting, for all the players that I just mentioned that transferred, won a national championship, a couple of them got drafted, it's going to hurt some guys who had bright futures who just don't know what they don't know, because we're all dumb at that age. Every single one of us.
100%.
Jesus and James, you guys are still a little bit dumb. And I mean that in the most kind way, because you guys, your brains literally aren't fully developed yet. You were smarter than I was at that age, but I'm just making a point. You guys are two of the, I love you guys both, but my point is you guys still kind of don't know what you don't know. Not an insult, by the way.
And again, I just go back to it where I'm pro Power Neck. All right, I'm pro player.
Yeah.
Get everything you can get. If somebody wants to give you money to do something, then do it. It's no different than any other student athlete. And I've always said too, like, if you really want to get free market about it, you should never be able to stop someone from saying, I'm done with college, I'm going to the pros. You should never be able to stop somebody from doing that. And I give you the example. In the music department, if you have a prodigy piano talent that's there at school, and they say, hey, I'm going to go pro and get a record deal, F college, I'm done with it, they can just go do that.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, and we've talked about this before, and it completely torpedoed the futures of Maurice Claret and Mike Williams. But in that case...
That was different. They got screwed. They 100% got screwed. That was different.
100%. But those are the type of things that happen where you kind of get you get told you can do it, and then you get the rug pulled out from under you. My point is, if they could have just done it all along without having to wait, who knows what could have happened with them? They might have had successful NFL careers. I mean, Maurice Claret's tale was actually very, very tragic. Who knows what would have happened? Obviously, there would have been cases where people go to the NFL before they're ready, before they're physically developed, but those are just examples that stick with me because I remember them. I remember how dominant they were, and I remember how much it kind of torpedoed the rest of their lives even, or at least their football playing lives.
Chuck Brewer, Neil, that's on the NFL, not NCAA, though. No, 100%, I agree with you, but that should be like the next hurdle that they tackle. But whatever, we're still trying to deal with all this stuff right now. Right. You guys have heard me say this before. That is the reason I like the structure of professional sports more. There are no secrets. Everything's above board.
Yeah.
We know what it's about. No one's pretending it's not. No one is telling you, hey, this is about, the athletes and the employees of our organization's experience and what kind of experience do they have.
Yeah.
And they're not hiding on that. And they say, well, this is about student-athlete experience. Oh, by the way, your game in Miami, I know you go to Boston College, but your game in Miami's at 9 o'clock at night. And then we're going to charter you a flight back. And you got to be in class at 8 a.m. the next day. Hey. But it's about student-athlete experience. But think of the experience you get to be playing on ESPN at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and
there's no hiding in the pros. Yeah. We all know what it's about. It's about
We're all
the point
scumbags.
guard's money, the owner's money, the coach's money, the TV network's money, the broadcaster's money, the usher's money, people that work in the arena's money. It's not, and there's no illusions.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. I think, it's funny because, the sports betting thing.
Yeah.
What brought point shaving and all that kind of stuff to the forefront? The sports books, not the police, not the NCAA, none of that. The sports books were like, we got $1.2 million just wagered on this Ball State game when usually there's 50 grand bet on it.
Yep.
I wonder if something's going on here. Making it legal brought it all above board.
Yeah, pretty much.
Once you take out the deception and to your point, Power Next, the corruption, once that's gone, then we can cut the shit.
Yeah. Then you won't get mad about a cheeseburger being bought for a recruit.
No. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, that's the structure of the framework.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and to think about it too, that's how clouded it was. Because it wasn't the cheeseburger, it was the illegal recruiting during a dead period that got you the national title.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here's my final point on this, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
This is kind of my biggest issue with it is it's not trickling down to most of the players on the team, and that's what it was supposed to be.
Power Neck.
Bro,
you know better than that.
Okay, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there who may thought that it was. They think that you go to a certain school just because you go to a big time Michigan, Ohio State doesn't mean you're getting NIL money necessarily. And if the goal is to really take care of college athletes, I think they're falling short of the mark. But I think the other thing you have to worry about too is now you have boosters that are in real positions of power. If you've seen the movie Blue Chip, shout out. That's really happening. I think it's always happened.
Yeah, I was about to say, it always been like that?
I think it has been. Yeah, it's always been like that, but now it's coming to the forefront. But now you're allowing people outside the football program to have more money. And I think it's also going to make it hard for guys who aren't necessarily highly recruited or highly touted to come in and make an impact because, let's say Phil the Booster's invested in $5 million in this guy. He's going to want to see him in year one, regardless of whether or not he's ready. And it's kind of going to do away with a lot of the walk-on spots too, because now you're only going to have 85 spots because every kid's going to get some sort of NIL money in order to pay for his tuition. So again, I think you kind of are changing what college football is entirely, and you kind of get rid of more of the underdog stories. It's more going to be about what the hype and kind of the touting that you can bring in to start with, because that's going to determine your NIL value, which will determine your opportunities on the field.
Yeah, all right, we got to take the final break here. Woodward Sports chat thread, Steve-O, baby. I can't wait for NCAA college football to come out. And that's all we want in the end. We just want our video game. However we get our video game. Orlando Fields, college is actually better because the players actually care. And I'm just saying.
I agree with it.
That's what you think.
Right.
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
Yes.
Tell them about Dispo.
Absolutely. Visit Dispo Dispenser today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Yeah. I'm positive.
Yo,
I forgot,
let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! We're live from the Planet Fitness studios. Neil Rule here for Planet Fitness, the best gym in the gym game, period. I've been a member for over 3 years. I've accomplished every fitness goal in my life with the help of Planet Fitness. Cool program they got going on for the summer. The High School Summer Pass, ages 14 to 19, can work out for free all summer long at any Planet Fitness. Just walk in. There's over 50 of them in the Metro Detroit area alone. Go to planetfitness.com for more information on the High School Summer Pass. Really cool thing Planet Fitness is doing for the community. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. All right, wrapping up the show here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sam Flannel, Power Neck, James here in the house, KG, intern Jesus as well. Forgot to get into the NBA Finals tonight. My bad on that. Real quick. This is interesting. You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want just for in my own personal entertainment. I want Kyrie to bust their ass.
Yes, please. Don't think he's coming to the Garden with a vengeance.
Because Kyrie is one of the more slept on dudes in the NBA. And look, I have this ability to separate it, Flannel, between within the four lines. And I can turn it off from there. Most people can't, but I can. And inside those four lines, he's a bad dude, man.
Yes, sir.
He's a bad dude.
He is. But I think an even badder dude is Luka Doncic.
And obviously.
Well, 100%. But Kyrie Irving has that experience helping LeBron James get a title in 2016. With me, what I think will put Dallas over the top. And this is just me because you've seen it throughout history, and I think you're going to see it now. Obviously, Boston has more like high-end talent, I would say. But Luka Doncic is a dude who I think has top 10 all-time potential. He's gotten off to one of the greatest starts of any NBA player ever. He's been a phenomenal playoff performer. And sometimes when you have that all-time great, if you look at it throughout history, this is the time where he just puts the league on notice and says, I am the best player in the NBA. I have vaulted my way into the top 20. I am going to have that bump that Giannis did and Jokic did when they won their finals MVP. So give me Dallas just because you need that guy. And then you have, Kyrie and guys like PJ Washington and Gafford.
Yeah.
Very fine midseason additions. And Derek Lively's one of the most underrated rookies in the NBA right now. So give me Dallas, but I think it's going to be a competitive series.
Dallas in 6, man. And I only give them 6 because of Porzingis. He's coming back. That's it. Who is checking Kyrie Irving this whole series? Tell me.
Hey, you know who's supposed to?
Drew? For a whole game? I mean, a whole series?
Derek White.
Derek White?
Drew Holiday?
It'll be Drew Holiday.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Drew Holiday a lot. I do.
What is he doing with Kyrie Irving for a series?
What's anybody going to do with them?
That's my point. They have nothing to keep Kyrie in check. Luka, at least you have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, even though he ain't the best defensively. But who is stopping Kyrie Irving?
I don't think anybody's stopping either of them.
To be real.
Yeah.
To be real.
Now, with all that being said, there's no chance Irving's going to win the MVP.
No
chance.
They're going to give it to Luka.
That's already Luka.
And I think he understands that. He realizes
it's either
that.
Tatum or Luka.
The chip does plenty for Kyrie at this
100%.
point in his career.
I will tell you this too. Like, if you look at it, Flannel, we haven't had this in a long time, really, with any finals. And I think we've got it with 2, with the Stanley Cup and this. With what's on the line for some of the Celtics players. Because Tatum, man, if Tatum doesn't get this one, the narrative, the town, everything flips anti-Tatum. His legacy is on the line now.
And the funny thing is, if he gets it, if he wins that finals MVP,
it all goes away.
Then we're talking about to me, there's only 3 Celtics you can definitively say all-time are better than him, and their names are Russell, Bird, and Havlicek. But if he doesn't, he's kind of a pariah in that town. Like, they get close, but usually when it comes down to the final series, he underperforms. So we shall see. And I mean, you said it with NHL as well. Imagine if McDavid gets a Conn Smythe. Imagine if he has a 40-point postseason. What waters is he swimming in all time? Top 5?
Arguably.
I might.
For McDavid?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay, yeah. I mean, same with Luka. He's another one. Imagine what a finals MVP would do for him.
Yeah.
I think he's top 20 of all time instantly and has a pathway to that top 10. So, yeah, and James obviously doesn't agree with that. He hates Luka Doncic, but that's all well and good.
Yeah, James is a big hater over there.
I'm just saying, Kyrie, finals MVP?
No chance.
Yeah, not happening.
I want it. Hey, Power Neck, I want it.
I want
100%
it too.
I want it. All I know is this, though. I am excited for the series, but here's what we know will happen. There will be a game that Kyrie Irving will win, period.
Yeah.
There will be a game that Luka wins, period, point blank.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum will play well. It'll probably come after him not playing well.
He might play well, but what about when it gets tough, the fourth quarters? That's what I'm looking at.
Right. But there'll be a game where he pops off, probably at home.
Yeah.
There will be a game that Al Horford wins, because there's always a game that Al Horford wins.
He always hits a random 3 at the right time.
He has a 20-point game. Always.
Yeah, seriously.
Of all the players that you slander mercilessly, you're an Al Horford simp. Make sense.
But Al Horford always pops up in a situation that you expect him to not pop up in.
I must have missed all those rings that he has.
I get it. I'm just saying, though.
He's okay. He's fine. He's fine. He's old.
He's mid.
Al Horford's not winning you a game. Come on.
Okay.
You didn't even mention Jaylen Brown.
If you watch the playoffs,
did
man.
he win a game in the conference finals?
Yes, but you didn't even mention Jaylen Brown. You go all the way to Al Horford? Come on.
I'm telling you what happens. This will happen. He will have a 20-point game.
For no reason.
And the Celtics will win.
For no reason
and the Mavericks
at all.
won't be able to deal with them. And they'll be saying, there's Al Horford again.
Yeah.
I know. Derek Lively, no chance against Al Horford and his.
There will be a game he will give him work. Watch.
Al Horford can shoot the ball. Don't forget that now.
And you're like, you act like he's like this. He's 38, Flannel.
I know. But you didn't. Porzingis being back, I think, will keep Al Horford from having a 20-point game. That's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Dad with Tourette, standing on business. Drew is going to shut Kyrie down.
Shit.
No.
Okay.
He can bother him.
Chad says Luka.
You out your mind.
Chad says Luka Donuts isn't as clutch as Kyrie.
Luka Donuts. I'm here for that.
Has there ever been a guy, like you've heard the expression one cheeseburger away?
Yeah.
When Luka retires, he will retire. He'll look like he looks like now, and he'll retire. The press release will come out on a Thursday. And he'll show up for the press conference on Monday, and he'll be 301 pounds.
He will.
In 4
Probably.
days.
Yeah.
I know how this works. I did it one freshman year of college. Packed down about 65 at the snap of a finger. I'm telling you, this is how this will work for that man.
Yeah.
Same with Jokic. Same with, but both of them.
Yeah. So, DNC, ENT, wow, I've never seen them not changing chairs and mics by now. So the question is Ermanni and Edwards in the studio today?
I believe so.
Yeah, I hope so.
They both
Ryan
are?
is not.
Oh, both
Ryan
of them?
is not.
Oh, Ryan is not.
No, it'll be
Because it's weird because you don't see Spivak, with his face pressed up against the glass over there going, when are they going to get out of here?
Yeah.
When are they going to get out of here? Wait, is Pete Spivak in today?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he's missing. Somebody might have to call somebody.
Wait a
not
minute. Wait a
here-
minute. Brady just came in here.
Oh,
Brady
boy.
just came in here and he's sitting down.
They sent sales in.
And he's got his phone in his hand. I wonder how long can we keep this?
I don't know. You want to test the waters?
I mean, I just want to see when it gets uncomfortable because usually it's way uncomfortable. We're at 105 now.
Yeah, it's madness.
Usually at 12:55, everyone's kind of shuffling around. That's a good catch, DNC ENT.
Well, I want to say something to DNC ENT because he was giving me shit because I'd say we'd get to it, and we did get to it, and we spent a whole 15 minutes talking about the NBA, and he was like, oh, well, you don't have enough time to talk about it with 8 minutes left. Well, we did, and we got it in, so how about you just be a little patient next time?
Well, Brandon's Cats wants to know, are the lemons cut? I don't know. They're
working on it.
For those
That's
of
a
you that
James
don't
question.
know, maybe you're new to the network. We've had a lot of growth here. Michigan's #1 sports network. Tons of followership on social media, all that stuff.
Say it again.
If you're new, Michigan's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. If you're new, for those that don't know how Woodward works, myself and DMAC, we just make do. Ermanni and Edwards, they change out equipment. They have dedicated producers.
Yep.
They have the technical director that comes in here. He's in here just grinding right away. We're an inconvenience to Ermanni and Edwards with Matt.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the Birmingham roast girls bring water in here.
Lemon water.
Yes.
They bring water in here for them. I have never been asked if I want water, and I don't
Never.
care. I can get my own water.
Yeah.
You don't
My
want
legs aren't broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wipe down.
Yeah.
I think these are questions for James. He's the one on the show.
They will come in here, Flannel. Don't they they fumigate the studio after us common folk are in here?
A whole lot of Lysol in there.
Yeah. 3 Lysol wipes is what it takes.
That's what it takes to do the desk?
Yep.
And mics.
And mics.
They do
And
the
the
mics too, huh?
Hey, wiping the
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been too close
Look how
to it.
red James is. I see you blushing.
I technically can't be slandering the show. I'm a part of it now, so.
I've been a part of it.
Yeah.
look at Brendan Dillinger. I remember Pete mugging them just the other day.
No,
100%.
seriously. No, Pete was giving a death stare
Yeah,
through
he's
the
like-
window.
Like the only thing missing is like his nose being pressed up against a glass
Yeah.
like this. What the?
Sitting there with his toasted bagel.
Yeah.
Just waiting on you to get the
And
hell
he,
up.
he remember that time when Pete just came to Woodward and he was just happy to be here?
Yeah, man.
And now he's on toasted bagel with cream cheese on one side of it.
And at 1:05, he's into that computer. He is in that computer, man. The whole time.
Hey, he's got a lot to set up for E&E.
Yeah.
They got 5 million graphics to show you.
Yeah. In the chat, quote, smells like poverty in here. Ryan Ermanni at 12:55.
No, and shout out to the Shuar interns for stepping in, and you did the whole show. Korean Jesus. And
Yeah,
the TV
shout
booth.
out.
And James, you've done damn near the whole show.
Even though you was Hot Mic Central.
It's okay. It's not easy to learn. And for the record, I know I kind of made a joke about you guys being youngins and automatically dumb earlier. Trust me, you guys doing what you do at your age is something that I was a fucking idiot when I was young. I was directionless, I was aimless, and you guys are already just killing it right now. And shout out for our former friend John Kloss, who was the exact same way. Just young kids who are just hungry and tenacious. So trust
R.I.P.,
me,
man.
I have R.I.P. I wasn't that at your guys' age. So the fact that you guys are getting such an early start, shout out.
Hey, thanks, Flannel. Appreciate you, Donnie Kelly, the way you work around your schedule. And have a great day, everyone.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Chuck Brewer, sit in, don't leave. Should we have a sit in?
I think you should.
Because I feel like
push it to 130. Why not?
I'm prepared. I'm prepared to do it.
Our views have spiked back up too.
Ride with us,
yes,
Woodward fans, as we stand up against the tyranny of the afternoon show. Ermanni and Edwards. Is Maz in the building, Brady?
Oh God! Don't let Maz come here.
Maz is not in the building?
What is going on? Why are nobody here?
And I see in the chat, Sam, and that is change. We know Sam. So what's changed, Sam? Good one. Because I said I was dumb. Good one, guys.
Bro, no Maz, no Pete.
JP17, let's go another 20 minutes. Okay.
Hey.
Dabber313, Sam trying to sign off. No one's going anywhere.
Yep.
We're here.
No one's going anywhere.
Oh,
I'm not leaving till I get some people uncomfortable. The chat did it to me with Javi earlier.
Yep.
Now I pay back. What up, Brady?
And to back up from what Neil said, I was sitting right in the kitchen, and I saw Neil walk into the kitchen, grab his cup, grab his own ice, go to the drinking fountain, and get his own water. I saw that with my own two eyes.
Crazy move right there. Crazy.
Well, I'm a man of the people. As I always like to say, you guys give me crap about having two furnaces. The son of two factory workers, man. Work ethic, blue collar.
Yeah.
No designer drugs over
Got
there.
it out the mud.
No designer drugs. No tech festivals for me.
Take him to Compton.
Yeah, I fly coach down to South Florida every weekend.
Yeah.
But you get the aisle seat though, right?
I do.
Yeah, you know he ain't taking that middle seat. He not.
I have enough frequent flyer points too. I can get the exit row seat.
That's cheating.
But I'm zone 3 boarding like everybody else.
The zone. All right, I gotta cover something. I hate people who board the plane like right when they announce the boarding. Who they're like rushing to get on the plane, even if they're not even. Like, you see the people. Hold on.
Hey, hold on. Pete, put the camera. Put the camera on you. Put the camera on you. Put the camera on you. Look. He's looking. Look at him.
Looking right through it.
Look at him.
He's looking like, what's it turn away?
He's like, what are they doing? Look at him, man. You see? You're the brain. He's like, what the hell are they doing in there?
Yeah, like, why the hell are they still in here?
Hold on. There, look. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything.
Keep going, man.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
All right.
I'm just gonna sit over here.
Oh God.
Just a fan. Neil drinks the water of the people. I do.
Yeah. All the lead included.
Neil rule. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not. You're going to have to get a wrecking ball to get me out of this studio. The CIA, because I ain't going nowhere.
It's so iconic. Nothing is better than Leonardo DiCaprio's speeches from Wolf of Wall Street where he just loses his mind. To the rest of the stratosphere! Like, oh my God, it's the best.
Gromit, time to make signs and start chants.
Yeah. Pick your line, man.
Anakin, we're going way over time. Yeah, we'll leave. We'll leave when I want to. I know they got to fumigate the studio. I know they do. I know that they don't like being with the, quote, common folk.
Yeah.
The people who fly coach.
The people that are good in Pontiac.
Yeah. That's fine with me.
Oh, man. Pete's laughing, but he's dying inside right now.
Oh, yeah. He's uncomfortable. That was like, you know what that was like, his laugh right there? Yeah. That was you when JMO scored the touchdown against the Buccaneers. We were like, yeah, JMO. Because you were calling him a bust and stuff like that. Hey, do you think he's going to be a bust this year?
No, I think he's going to have a good year.
All right,
I was told he's a bust.
Yeah.
No,
so they shouldn't have traded.
We got Joel in here now demanding answers.
Joel doesn't even know what's going on either.
I think he's probably gonna. If you want to give me a stat prediction, I think he's gonna have between 800 and 1100 all-purpose yards and 7 touchdowns.
Well, that's not being a bust.
No, it isn't. But every time he makes like a catch for 14 yards, I hear like, oh, would a bust do that? yes, actually busts have done that. I'm not saying he is one. It's just the victory lap.
But wait
after
a minute,
every
he's
play.
still on the team? Because I was told you wanted to trade him for a 3rd-round pick.
I never see. That's projection. I never.
Oh, wait
said
a minute.
That.
Those were other people that told me that. Other people at this network.
Although, if you're a top 10 pick, you're looking for a receiver 1 production drafting at that position.
That's
so,
fair.
to Flannel's point, is he producing at the value that you're drafting him at?
He was a top 20 pick.
He's not a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he's top 20.
12.
Top 20. But still, you're looking for a number 1 receiver when you're drafting that position. Now, is he as far as a bust? No, but I'd say he's still underperforming.
That's it. That's all.
Well, I mean, like, does he get the targets to be number 1 production? Does he get the targets?
That's what we're going to see this year.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to see.
He's got to be on the field.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see.
He's on the field.
Well, I'm just saying he had the gambling suspension to start the year, which
55% of snaps he is,
Yeah.
That's what you can't get number 1 production when you're on the field 55% of the time.
You got Josh Reynolds with 73, but ain't J-Mo with 55.
Hey, but Josh Reynolds.
That's it. That's
for
all.
For the record, he earned a lot of those targets. The NFC Championship game notwithstanding. But hey, he's gone.
I get you.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
All right. AJ Rader, Big D Energy Takeover on Woodward Sports Network. Anakin, are you guys locked in right now?
Hey, man.
Matthew says take some calls.
You might. If James knew how to work the phone, seriously, like.
That would be great.
No, Pete's about to crack, man.
We can do a BD marathon.
Detroit Dabber 313. This is like the 68 convention. Hold your ground.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Jay Washington, if Spencer was here, they'd be gone by now. I don't know. I think Spenny would unite for a cause.
He would.
100%
Yeah.
would.
He would.
Yes. I think he would.
Don't disrespect Spenny in the chair that I sit in. He deserves the world as the executive producer of this show, and he would sit in. Are you kidding me? That dude is F the society to the core.
He's 100% is.
Yeah.
Nick Hedigan, this is real awkward. Not for me, it's not.
Yeah.
It's real awkward for Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Because, and Joel.
You fine until about 1:30.
I'm fine, man.
Until about 1:30.
KG.
Go to one.
KG.
Oh, he dare you, hear him?
I double dog dare you.
I would go to 2:30. 3:30, 4:30. I've done a 4-hour show in the past.
We have
Solo.
Dr.
Welcome to our body at Edwards with Neil Rule.
Yeah.
New rule takeover.
Right.
Hey, did you see how uncomfortable Joel got though?
Yeah, seriously. He's like, what the hell's going on here?
Pete is legit you when JMO scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
Legit you, Flannel.
Well, he's got more work to do than the average TD to start the show. I'll just say that.
There you go.
Pete will tell you. So.
What's the over-under on
standing up
graphics
for
for
me,
E&E
Flannel.
today?
Thank you, sir.
What's up?
What's the over-under on graphics for E&E today?
How many graphics they rolling with? 12, 15, 30?
20.
Well, the graphics that are sent over or the ones.
No.
that
How many graphics you got to run today, Pete? He's oh my God, is he uncomfortable right now?
21, 22.
22.
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere in that market. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't got no head start on it.
How many graphics we get on this show?
Yeah,
See, let's just go all the way. How many graphics we get on this show?
I'll fill you in on that one. A fat goose egg.
0? Wow, 0 graphics for this show.
just you.
How many times how many times does the desk get wiped down before our show?
Never.
How many times has the microphone's been changed out on a remote?
Never.
For our show.
Not once.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. So, Nick Hedigan, it's not awkward for me at all. It's awkward for a whole lot of other folks in this room right now, but not for me.
This is great. It's not awkward for me either. I work all 3 shows. So.
DNC ENT, this has been history today. Not going to lie.
No, seriously.
Breaking barriers here.
We will.
I'm Big D Energy.
Okay. So, that's it. Aaron, just pitch some tents and have a sleepover in the studio. Should I just do a telethon?
Yeah, seriously. We was trying to get the El Mago telethon going.
A meter behind you.
Yeah.
Some sort of telethon.
All right, how about this? I will do a 24-hour show if we can raise the $88 million to buy out El Mago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Start that GoFundMe. Let's go.
I've been trying to get this going for a while.
I will do a 24-hour show to get rid of El Mago.
We'll put the toll number up.
Yep, absolutely. So people can work on the Nick. I effing love this. I do too. It's fun. It's fun. Brandon Katzbach, rest in peace segment. Rest in peace, Ermanni and Edwards.
Damn.
Yes.
You know what's funny too is we're also holding all these viewers hostage too. Like they don't want to.
They could leave, but they're for the cause.
No, they
know tyranny when they see it.
Yeah,
they know inequality when they see it.
The likes going up.
They know. They're not stupid. Viewers aren't stupid. They know. They know what goes on here. They know. People know. And they're standing on business right now.
Yep. 300 strong right now.
Yep.
300 strong, man.
Dad with Tourette's. This is why Neil is the GOAT of Woodward sports. It's got nothing to do with me. It's about the movement of equality. Pushing it forward.
Exactly.
True leader.
And it's not even about the move for inequality. It's a stand against inequality.
Big facts.
Big facts.
There's a difference.
You get out the mud, man.
Someone throw up the political campaign. Neil Rule.
I'll do it.
Mayor.
I'll do it. Alan W., we're here for this. People must be telling their friends, Flannel.
Yeah. I see the numbers growing.
Just a fan. We are united.
The likes are growing up literally, though.
Stand proud.
Shout out Just a Fan.
I know how to try the lights, by the way.
Oh,
he's getting
he gonna cut out the lights on us.
11 more minutes till we're going to 1:30.
Right.
That's it. We're going.
We'll do this show in the dark.
You can shut off all the lights you want to shut off. As long as I got this microphone, I have a voice.
You ain't getting to the audio booth. Power Deck is in there. You ain't getting past Power Deck.
Yeah. Power Deck, don't give in.
He's a Mac linebacker.
Oh, okay, Pete. All right.
Whoa, he's Mac linebacker.
Pete, you are
shade.
over 40. Do not do that.
Law Office of Katz and Epstein. I'm only here for legal information. Ermanni and Edwards is going to sue, just so you're aware. Ain't a court that can hold
We got
me.
Joe coming back. He's still looking like, why the hell are we here? He don't would have got a shake and everything.
AC, together we stand. Wyatt Bear. This is Jerry Ford in 76.
It's a sit-in, bro.
Oh,
it's a protest.
Joel, come over here.
Let's get Joel on the mic.
Yeah, Joel is
Joel,
upset.
get in here, dog.
Catspot, have you ever been a part of a movement like this?
It's a big D sit-in. We're sitting in. We're protesting.
Protesting what?
The inequality that we receive on this show.
That's
The
right.
tyranny.
What inequality do y'all receive?
Oh, don't get Neil started.
Neil,
Hey.
explain.
Joel's new. He don't know.
Okay, Joel.
I'm gonna go get my bagel.
Hey, Joel, how many times a day
Yeah, go get
does
your
the
$13
desk
bagel.
does the desk get wiped down for Ermanni and Edwards?
Armani wipes it himself.
Oh, he does. That's different than what I watched.
Yeah.
Justin,
I've never wiped it then.
I've never seen our body do it
to
himself.
quote Dave Chappelle, Justin, is there anything you want to tell him right now?
I've seen James do it a little too often. I've done it too.
Power neck.
Oh,
do you have anything to say on this?
I won't lie. You know, hey, look. You know,
Gromit 0237, we shall overcome.
Sanitation's an important
I've
thing.
never wiped the desk. I've never wiped the desk.
It does
he took
happen.
that upon
You
himself.
better not, brother. You better not be wiping no desks around here.
DNC ENT.
Juneteenth coming up. Hell no.
Neil 2024, we stand up to the man. I'm standing up.
Damn right.
What else do we have here?
Big country
It's
is big
revolutionary
security.
right now. We're making history right now.
Nick Hedigen. Oh, Joel. Nick Hedigen. I bet that shake ain't for Big D Energy. I bet it's not.
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
I know it's not.
I'm drinking it right now.
Are you? Okay. I love it. From Birmingham Roast, exactly. But yeah. Aaron, I'm so fucking inspired right now. I just got goosebumps. Big D Energy for life.
Yeah.
For life. What can you say to that? That's
top 5 list.
It's humbling.
You're a modern day Gandhi.
No. We will not compare June 6th to January 6th. We're not going there.
No.
That's where we draw the
We ain't
line.
doing that. We ain't doing that.
Shad, 9 minutes, brothers.
Right.
No more.
Top 5 demands list?
Yeah.
I saw that in the chat. That'd be a good top 5.
Top 5 strike list of all time.
Yeah.
UAW, Big D Energy.
Absolutely. Hey, with Big D Energy on the tails of UAW, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Pete gonna have so
Can-
much work to do.
Can Damble says, all right, I am not, quote, Alan, I am not, quote, the white MLK. I am not that. That's a little aggressive. Nor am I the, quote, Malcolm X of Woodward Sports.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're more like the white Malcolm for sure. I can see it. I can definitely see it.
No, I am definitely not that. And I'm not, Burning Issues, I'm not saying no more E&E. They're a very fine program.
They are.
There's a lot of privilege on E&E. That's fair.
No, like, transfer over from this and watch E&E by all means, but just know we're fighting for a cause.
Yeah.
And just enjoy.
No Maz up here and shit. I'm surprised.
That's the thing that I'm surprised about.
Yeah.
No, Orlando, I'm not saying cancel
Crazy.
E&E. No, I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm just saying we're standing up.
It's a good program.
It is.
So what?
Rack, Flannel's going to end up like Jimmy Hoff after this and never be seen again.
Under the GM building.
This is a great question DNCENT asked. And Joel, I don't know if you know the answer to this. How many lemon slices go in the water?
Ask Lydia.
It depends.
Ask Lydia.
Depends on his mood.
Does it? Really?
No.
It depends on his mood?
I'm joking.
I mean, all I can do is ask.
It's at least one or two.
At least one or two?
At least one.
Is it a two?
Why do you need two lemons in your water?
You never know.
It's a tough one.
Maybe sometimes one of them was weak.
It's a nightcap version. For
Only the
daytime.
strongest lemons for Maz.
Sauce Tin. Top 5 next week. Top 5 peaceful protests. Does this qualify as a peaceful protest?
Yeah, ain't nobody got hurt yet.
100% is a peaceful protest.
Orlando, would you compare this?
Pete is a hostage.
Neil is crossing the Delaware right now.
Yeah, seriously. It's up there.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore.
This will not stand.
Somebody cue the song.
Viewership is going up and it continues
I'm
to
telling
go
you,
up.
the likes and everything. It's
People
just
wanna
great.
be
We hold it 300 strong.
People want to be affiliated with a movement,
Yeah.
especially one that's organic and when we're in the right.
And
You
to
work
those
too damn
30
hard, Neil.
And for those 30 non-believers who left chat, you are not a Big D fan because that's not on the holdout that we are about on this show.
Oh, Ryan Lentz is in the back. Maz is here now.
Now it gets interesting.
This is like when the shields and the sticks.
Yes, the riot police.
This is now the riot police are here, and now everything's gonna take a different tone.
Yeah, it's about to get real. Smoke grenades and all. It's about to get real.
Stand with me, KG. Should we lock arms?
Yes.
Should we lock arms?
Oh my God.
Kevin Bell, preach,
Dog.
Neil. Brandon's cats. Neil is trending on TikTok right now. This isn't about me. I am the face of it, yes. However, I am not the blood, the sweat, and the guts of it. We are. We are the blood and the guts.
I cannot wait to see Maz
Yo,
storm in
Maz
here.
gonna lose his shit. Somebody go get Maz. I gotta
Detroit
see this.
Dabber, quote, holy crow, Maz, probably.
Yeah, go fetch Maz.
Ryan, who has the lemons?
We're releasing the hostage.
Oh, my gosh.
Joel and P going to snitch right now.
Doc Terrell, I just skipped a commercial and you guys are still here.
James, I got a question for you. Is it like Lydia's known responsibility that she has to make sure that the waters are in here at a certain time?
Yeah. They got to be in. I mean, you got to understand, they got to be in at least 5 minutes before showtime. Now, it's a good program. You know, they have their way of doing things. That's their way of success. Everyone's different. Neil's got his blue-collar approach. You know, they may need the lemon water to get their voices in a...
Or as Nick says, Neil Gandhi.
Yes.
Neil Gandhi.
Orlando says, Neil is Daddy Bush. Kyle says, beat the drum. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
We're not gonna take it.
Freddie Felt, letters from a Birmingham Lady Jane.
Yeah.
Get the clock up, baby.
The hostage has returned.
Oh boy.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah?
The great Tom Masway is on his way.
Oh,
He's on his way.
Oh, it's finna get ugly.
Negotiates,
The dogs and the hoses is coming out.
to negotiate terms and agreements. Yeah.
I'm here to negotiate the release of the baby.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Shit. And Joel behind him, too.
And you know what's funny about it? Joel went and got him.
I swear, Joel snitched,
He
man.
went and
Joel
got him.
snitched, bro.
Hey, lemon water.
And he was like, I don't want anything, man.
What do you want?
I just want what everybody else gets. That's all I want.
I told you.
That's what we said. We don't know.
They're on the air, man, right now.
Alan W. Maz is going to throw tear gas in the room. Maz, how far are we away from tear gas right now?
As far as I'm concerned, you could have the whole rest of the damn day.
Okay.
All right? I surrender.
You surrender.
So we have 2 hostages now.
We got another show. Run it.
Is there going to be enough time to wipe the desk if we leave now?
Ask Ermanni.
I'll be damned. That's what this is all about?
No. I'm asking. Look,
that's
he's
what this is
getting
all
on
about?
our level right now. KG, this is a negotiation tactic. The negotiation tactic.
I clean my own table. I set up the studio. You're looking at him right here, buddy.
He gets on a knee to say, I'm like one of you.
Right. I'm under you. Under. I don't call big-time basketball games like you, Neil Rule. I'm just a Joe from St. Clair Shores, bro.
As am I, the son of 2 factory workers.
Son of a Hostess cake delivery man.
100%, man.
Stay-at-home mom, librarian.
We're 30 seconds away right now.
What are we 30 seconds away from?
It being 1:30.
How you doing, Flannel?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you?
Good,
I'll
man.
tell you what. If I can get some lemon water.
I get my own lemon water.
No. That's not what we were told.
90% of the time, I get my own lemon water. 90%.
70%?
90. I walk in with a used cup. I use my same cup most of the week. I threw one out. Well, you saw one that was 3 days old. I refill it. I use the same lemons. I don't even change lemons.
I saw the fine lady from Birmingham Roast bring 3 waters in here yesterday.
Not yesterday. No, you weren't here. Yesterday,
I wasn't here.
You were here.
Orlando says,
Look, I don't know if I like you on my show anymore. I don't need this crap. You think I need an infiltrator on my show? I thought you were all right.
That's
Okay.
funny, Kay,
I thought you were all right.
Hey, you better watch with the infiltrators.
I see. I'll put Joel in that sound booth.
KG's the
I'm
man.
perfectly fine with that.
Joel, tap that dog.
Joel,
All right. In the interest of a nonviolent protest.
Yes.
In the interest of us proving our point. It is 1:30.
Joel, can you get me a grilled cheese?
We did it. Whoa!
Look how they treat Joel. But anyway. Get him a group.
Damn.
That was a joke.
I know.
Okay.
In the interest of proving our point. We did it.
We did.
Fans of Big D Energy, you did it.
Shout out.
Everything has been brought to the light. 2024, the year of the reckoning. Thank you for standing with Big D Energy. Thank you for standing with Woodward Sports Network.
Well, see you later.
Nickel Package Friday tomorrow. We'll be back at it. Thank you to Power Neck for giving us the strength and the muscle to not have to bow down.
Anytime.
We'll see you tomorrow. Big D Energy.